welcome all on this lovely day for NEP charcha. It's a seminar organized jointly by Government of Maharashtra Higher and Technical Education Department and HSNC University Mumbai. The other stakeholders of Mumbai City, Maharashtra, especially for those who have cleared their standard 12 exam this year. In the address of the seminar, we have with us Honorable Vice Chancellor of HSNC University, Sir Dr. Hemlata Bagla. Hemlata Bagla is an accomplished academician and pioneer educationist in strategizing excellence in institutions of higher learning. She has engaged in planning, organizing, and executing innovative and state-of-the-art academic and professional programs. Professor Bagla is noted authority in nuclear and radio, having guided students at master PhD level for nearly 25 years. Her interests and chemical, electrochemical, and biomedical domains. She has published more than 70 research papers in national and international journals of repute, including 9 publications in very reputed NASA's astrophysical database. She has presented papers in national and international conferences and has delivered a number of invited talks in various academic forums. With this, I would now like to invite Professor Dr. Hemlata Bagla to deliver opening remarks of the lecture.
Good morning. Welcome, a warm welcome to all of you. I'm so delighted to see you all here, and all those who are online as well. That this program is on hybrid on Zoom platform. A warm welcome to each one of you. Thank you for taking out time from your busy schedule, looking out for new colleges and new programs. So I would say you're very busy with the but being part of this wonderful event, which is nothing but NEP for church. So thank you for being part of it. On this wonderful platform, Dr. Vikas Chandra Rastogi, distinguished Principal Secretary of Higher and Technical Education, Government of Maharashtra. We have Honorable Provost of HSNC University Mumbai, Dr. Niranjan Veeranandani, and Honorable Vice Chancellor of University of Mumbai, Dr. Ravindra Kulkarni, and the ladies. A very warm welcome to all of you on behalf of HSNC University Mumbai. Also, we have in the audience Dr. Shivari, mentor of most of the principals in the city of Mumbai and Maharashtra. We have deans of HSNC University Mumbai, Dr. Pooja Ramchandani, principal at Char College, Dr. Balani, who is even Dean of Humanities at HSNC University, principal BGT College, and also registrar of HSNC University Mumbai. We have Dr. Nihal Jagdani, principal of National College, very distinguished vice principals of HR College and KC College. We have joined this today. We have Dr. Jayesh, who is joined, Joglekar-ji, who is joined today as Director of Board of Examination Evaluation. A warm welcome to you, and distinguished and teachers of all the colleges across Mumbai and students from, I know, the colleges who are part of this event. Thank you so much, and once again, a warm welcome. So we have gathered here today, friends, to be part of an event which signifies a significant milestone in the field of education, and that is the term we kept hearing and listening and reading from the newspapers, that is National Education Policy, and also we coined this term newly as the New Education Policy 2020. And as you all know, you must have read, you are very informed students, that this is nothing but NEP is maybe a policy for all, but is a visionary document that aims to transform the landscape of education in our country. It has been formulated with a deep understanding of the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead in the 21st century. We are still on the started the third decade but seven decades more to go. And I'm hopeful that this particular policy and this particular document is going to be here for years together. It gives me immense pleasure to tell you all that it's first of its kind that any state government is directly interacting with stakeholders, and that's you, to discuss and present your future career path, which is in front of you. So you are so very fortunate to be part of this event, NEP charcha. The core of the entire this document, visionary document, this event, NEP policy, is entirely on one term, and that is nothing but you. This is very, very centric to students or the learners. Say another term, you will learn because lifelong learners, your parents can learn, but now it is changing to a different environment that is more about learning. You learn, we learn, we all learn together. So this entire discussion is on all of us learning together, upskilling together, teachers learning, and students learning together. The immense efforts have been put in by distinguished dignitaries who are sitting on the dais. A big applause for them, please. And they have done commendable work and putting commendable efforts with immense passion to ease out your journey or to help you embark a new journey, so that it is more and more useful and more meaningful, that you are ready to fly and take next leap forward in no time. Students and the students of KC College, I told them that you are very lucky, and the student asked me, how lucky are we? I said, you are in the right time, in the right place, in the right state, and of course in the right country. So you are very lucky because NEP is taking it's going forward in Maharashtra ready this year, and also some colleges next year, but you are the beneficiaries. So it's indeed my great pleasure and privilege that we have with us chief guest of today's NEP charcha, the distinguished secretary of Government of Maharashtra, of Higher Technical Education, Government of Maharashtra, Dr. Vikas Chandra Sogiji. And let me tell you about Dr. Rastogi before we hear from them that we have witnessed him working very hard. He's been the true anchor in providing much implementation of NEP 2020 policy across Maharashtra. Dr. Rastogi we have witnessed, as I said, we have seen him to getting into the nitty-gritties of providing the policy framework to universities and colleges in Maharashtra. Constantly, he has been part of most of the meetings with vice chancellors, with principals, and he has been present himself. Not only that, if there is a meeting or interactive meeting, principals may have left the meeting, or vice chancellors may have left the meeting. He was there from morning to evening, listening to every speaker, understanding every aspect of NEP. He has been talking to all stakeholders, and the fact, state of Maharashtra, he himself, who's the torch bearer, is sitting in front of you, and you have an opportunity to interact with him directly. I think there's a biggest opportunity for all of you. I'm very, very happy for all of you, and indeed congratulate all of you for this particular day which you are doing yourself. Sir, thank you for joining us today and being the top bearer of NEP in the Maharashtra. It's a pleasure to welcome Honorable Provost of University. And you must know this, he was the co-committee member, Dr. Hiranand sir was a co-committee member of the task force constituted by the Government of Maharashtra under the guidance of famous scientist, which you must have heard, and eminent scholar, Dr. Marshallkar, for implementation of NEP in our state. As a founder provost of this university, HSNC University, which has 3 colleges as constituent colleges, HR College, KC College, Bombay College, and now last 2 years we have started 6 schools of School of Law, is DM High School of Law, University Nandani School of Real Estate Management. We have started our BBA there. We have School of Yoga and Wellness, now starting ED program in Health and Wellness Management. You have even School of Performing Arts, all and School of Applied Sciences, Data Science and Analytics. All this has been possible under his leadership. And in the year 2020, when we were setting up this university, he was unveiled in Mumbai, Maharashtra, in India. He has been overseeing this university and he has been implementing the vision of NEP in letter and spirit. A warm welcome to you, sir. So I always say this, that you have vision and each one at university sees to it that we put your vision into a mission and we keep striving harder and taking newer and newer steps, innovative steps for our students' journey. Thank you so much. I welcome Professor Adi Kulkarni, the Vice Chancellor of University of Mumbai. I always was feeling very happy to interact with him when he was Pro-Vice Chancellor of HSNC. Sorry, I look at this in my mind. University of Mumbai. We met in Mantralaya and we had a delegation from France talking about nuclear developments in India and Mumbai, and I was part of it, and sir was also there. First time we interacted and realized we have the same interest and we both are chemists and we aligned together. And since then, I've been watching the footsteps he has been taking forward and looking up to him for whatever he has done in NEP or implementing NEP in the state of Maharashtra and being a guiding light to most of the colleges. And he's the one who has also helped formulate the credit framework applicable across medicine or engineering for undergraduate programs. Thank you so much for being part of the journey. And let me extend happiest congratulations to you on this day. And this is the first program after we started this academic year, 23-24, and this is the first program, and he's, I think, maybe the first program outside University of Mumbai as Vice Chancellor at University of Mumbai. Once again, I thank all of you, all the distinguished guests who are sitting in front from Government of India, Government of Maharashtra, from academia, and I know there are many members from NEP too. They've been calling me for this program, and staff, teachers who are also present here, and above all, our dear students and stars of today's NEP charcha. Few things I'll highlight. I don't want to speak much. I can be part of the discussions. I'm always available. Very soon we will have email ID if you want to ask us anything. NEP, ask me anything at hsncu.edu.in. Any questions you have, we shall be able to resolve those. Friends, NEP encompasses several key principles and transformative ideas. If you heard of Nalanda in 4th century and the 4th and 5th century, it went across, imagine 10,000 students across the globe. And I would say this was the first world university, and India is that nation which spoke about the multidisciplinary approach that time. And we have to see to it that not that you create Nalanda, but how do you go forward with the new ideas and become a world-class institution. The core of NEP, many more layers will be opened up today, but the core is one thought form, and that is critical thinking. It's not that what has been served to you and you start taking that, but what you pick up for yourself, the opportunities in front of you, what is love, your passion for subjects, what you always imagined you to be, what is that you want to continue learning in your college, and not outside the college, but within the institution. All that will be visible on NEP. You want to set on or work on certain skill sets, you can pick and choose. You will be leader in your life. You will be choosing the career path. You will have that cafeteria approach and many clients with you, and you choose what you want to do, the way you want to mix it, and that is possible because of NEP. How? Dr. Kulkarni and of course our Principal Secretary will throw light on that. What we want to mention today is that there has been this change, and change is constant. The only thing is constant is change. And we have heard of this word again and again, and it has been implemented across India. But what is that? Three areas which is going to help you. Three pillars I would say about is about your skills. It's not about what is given to you or knowledge, but what you're acquiring and absorbing yourself. and third is building your competencies. And you will play an important role in building your competency. So this vision to help you navigate and to be part of an increasingly globalized world, to be part of a technologically driven world, how we become part of the journey and how we can capitalize the growth. That is what NEP is all about. Your teachers will upskill also, and they also have to drive that entire journey of yours and theirs by learning all that what has been taught. It's not that you only will be taught how to face challenges and how to get opportunities. An environment where you will know the solution, what challenges have to be dealt with. It's not about what should we do now. This is an issue. You will be the people who you, the students who will or are the cities of this nation, that you will find out solutions for the problem. We are very disciplined of us. We talk about climate change. How many of you learn and do something? You be contributors of the solution. And that is possible with multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary, and transdisciplinary approach. And you will be taught what is that. So when you mix two disciplines and you take it forward as a new discipline and acquire that knowledge such a way, when you take a prism and you see such an object, it's the one prism to give you one perspective. You will be picking up various prisms and you will be able to understand, and you will instill inquiry-based learning that through various prisms, the same object will have different perspectives. And here you are ready to solve the issues. Even though they were challenged. So are we ready for you? The point is, are you ready for yourself to choose your career path? And this is NEP all about. We should be answering your questions, but we will be part of your life journey. And when you're ready to embark, you will not be alone. We shall be there with you, helping you, guiding you, and taking you ahead. So thank you so much for being part of this day once again. And I once again extend warmest welcome and also express gratitude to distinguished dignitaries on the days in this program, successful presence. Thank you all. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra.
Thank you so much, Professor Dr. Bagla, for setting the right tone for today's seminar. The next speaker of the seminar today is the Honorable Provost of HSNC University and a personality recognized as industry thought leader, Dr. Niranjan Garangan. So I would really like to formally introduce you to the audience. All right, over to you. Thank you.
Very good morning to each and every one of you. First of all, you have to see the wonder of the panel that we have. Dr. Vikas Rastogi is a very, very senior bureaucrat. Really, very well. 90% of the bureaucrats that I know work on policy and delegate everything to the people below them. This man is an exception. He has taken policy with the bull by the horns, taken every aspect of the policy and driven it. So, thank you very much for what you're doing. Thank you very much for coming at this morning and honoring us for what has happened. Congratulations, Dr. Kulkarni, on being appointed as Vice Chancellor of Mumbai University. It has only 872 colleges. It has only 8 lakh plus students. And it has not only 1 million problems, but more. But he is the right person for it. So congratulations to the government for appointing him, and congratulations to you for bringing this role of this part of the work. Vice Chancellor, Dr. Bagla, thank you very much for organizing this program. She's doing a wonderful job in HSNC University, earlier as KC College Principal, and working with all that and giving me pointers for speaking also. So thank you very much for all that and more that is being done for this purpose. My principals, deans, vice principals, teachers, parents, and wonderful students. You are the bloody lucky ones. I wish such a policy had come when I was in school and college. The Prime Minister after 35 years has created a new policy which makes it efficient for you not only to get information, Information is available on Google. The new policy converts the education system to convert information into gyan, into knowledge. And that's the major difference between what is happening today and distinguish of what has happened for 70 years. Dr. Bhagle mentioned about Nalanda University, when India
Now, the point is, either you carried by the wave, follow only the usual norms that have taken place for last 70 years, or grab the bull by the horns, find out what are the new opportunities there are there, find out what industry is doing, find out what your college is doing, find out what NEP has given you opportunity of, find out when go to the website of the colleges and the universities, find out the options that are available. We are working on various new words. Madam spoke about interdisciplinary. What does it mean? It means I'm a science student. I can also do management. I'm a science student. I can also do yoga. I'm a student of commerce. I can also do dance and drama. I can also do marketing. All these and more are going to be multidisciplinary options which will be available to you with different institutions providing different programs that we have to do. Hence, most welcome this year, this morning, for the program on NEP per charcha. But don't let it end with charcha. Please take the ideas, go into it in detail, find out the options that are available, and please concentrate on that. Our colleges promise you that we are going to do our level best to give you the best options that are going to be available. For what? The idea of the option is what? We want that when you leave our colleges, you should be sought for jobs, not that you would seek jobs, because we will make you more suitable for the purposes of what industry needs today and caters for. We will take different ideas and thoughts and find out what industry is going to do. We are going to incorporate internships. We are going to see that industrial jobs are available and given to you from the university and the colleges itself. These and more are going to be the changes which are going to do. In the policy of NEP, we are talking about evolving the students. We are going to make you from girls and boys to men and women. Men and women of intellect, wherein you will not only have information, but a gyan to be able to go into the world and fight. Today, when students go to America, they are looked upon and shown that they are Indians, so they are intelligent. But most of our education, unfortunately, was a lot of rote, which required to be repeated at the time of examination. These are the new changes which are going to take place in the next couple of years, and that is the evolution that you are going to see. You're also going to see holistic development. Holistic development because the opportunities of different sort of courses, so many types of certificate courses, various ideas which will be available to you to take up the same as far as those are concerned. There are also going to be things on skill development. You and I, as students, know that today it's not the normal engineering and other backgrounds which only have jobs. There are so many skills which are required for the purposes of all. You may have retail ideas, you may have marketing, you may have advertising, you may have so many other skills which are there. These skills are equally important as the education system is going to do. These are the new thoughts of it. So the education system is now, as the Prime Minister said, student-centric, not institution-centric. We are making those changes which are taking place. In the foreign countries, more and more concentration is done on research and development. India also has done it. Look at the COVID times. We produced the vaccines for the whole world, but universities did not take the lead. It is now the intention that universities will also participate in order to do this research activity which is there. This is going to be a great one. A bank of credit. So instead of having credit money in your bank, the university and the government is going to provide a bank. So if you get additional credits, it will be a part of your curriculum, which will then be given to you. At the end of the day, anybody can see how much additional credits that you got for different courses that you did. And a new system is evolved. You can get credits for your lifetime. Even I, at 73, can apply for a course and get credits for courses that I will appear for, and that will be possible. May not be this year, but in a couple of years, that also will be made possible, which means learning will be forever. Please don't stop learning, because when you stop learning, a human being stops living. So that's extremely important. Digital changes are going to take place. Testing for each and every one of you as students. So please be extremely active. I'm not going to give you a lecture on the details of NEP, because the details of NEP are part of the opportunity that you get. And I cannot tell you all the opportunities that you have. Nobody would be able to give it to you. You will have to seek from your college, from the university, from the boards, from HSNC University, different opportunities that are going to spring up in the next couple of years. New ideas and thoughts have come in terms of IT, in terms of real estate. We have a school of real estate that we're running. All this and more is going to happen in the next couple of years. So we are talking about it. The teachers too are going to be elevated. In the good old days, the teachers were the gurus for their children. This will come back, because the teachers will now become mentors to their students. They will guide and tell them the direction in which they can do. And they will come back as gurus to the world, teaching them and telling them what it is. So students, it's not only exciting for you, it's also exciting to my teachers. It is also exciting to the government. It is exciting to each and every one of us what we want to do. We want a situation that in the next 5 years, it'll not only be people wanting to go to America to get education. They will want to come to India to get education in order to do it. That is the objective of the entire national education policy as we do it. Young friends, parents, grab this opportunity. Don't lose it. Opportunities like this don't come again and again. You are the lucky ones who are getting this opportunity. You have got the leadership that you have here, both in terms of the university, our university at HSNC, and the government policy makers and the drivers of this policy. They are all here to guide you. Grab this opportunity. You will not get it again. In this world, those who take the opportunities live. A classroom consists of 60 students. The teacher is the same. The government is the same. The vice chancellor is the same. 8 lakh students. How many will grab this opportunity? I don't want you or any one of you to miss this opportunity. So I wish you the very best. Congratulations. Thank you very much for coming here this morning, especially the parents, and for each and every one of you. I wish you the very, very best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for that encouraging address. HSNC University would now like to take this opportunity to felicitate the distinguished guests and express our gratitude for agreeing to be a part of this very important seminar. I would now like to request our Honorable Provost, Dr. Niranjan Hiranandani, and Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Hemlata Bagla, to kindly felicitate today's chief guest, Shri Vikas Chandra Rastogi. This is the very first event of the academic year 23-24, and therefore we are felicitating our guests in a special way. I request the audience members to kindly give a round of applause. I would now like to request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Hemlata Bagla, and Honorable Provost, Dr. Niranjan Hiranandani, to kindly felicitate Professor R.D. Kulkarni, Vice Chancellor of Mumbai University, for gracing today's event.
Such a big diversity.
Thank you so much, everyone. I would like to take this opportunity now to formally introduce our chief guest of the day and our keynote speaker, Shri Vikas Chandra Rastogi. So sorry. I would request Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Hemlata Bagla, to kindly felicitate our Provost, Dr. Niranjan Hiranandani. Thank you. I would now move to introducing formally our chief guest and keynote speaker of the day, Shri Vikas Chandra Rastogi. Shri Rastogi ji is an IAS officer of the 1995 batch Maharashtra cadre. He is presently working as the Principal Secretary, Higher and Technical Education Department, Government of Maharashtra. Previously, he has served on various administrative positions, including Joint Commissioner, Sales Tax, Mumbai, Chief Executive Officer of 3 Zilla Parishads in Maharashtra, Collector of Ratnagiri District, Principal Secretary, IT, Government of Maharashtra, Principal Secretary, General Administrative Department, Government of Maharashtra, to name a few. During his service, he has successfully implemented several IT-related projects in Maharashtra, automation of all processes of Sales Tax Department, knowledge management system in Ratnagiri District Collectorate, implementation of e-office in Raj Bhavan, creation of digital platform for agricultural department are a few of those notable and innovative initiatives. I would now like to request today's keynote speaker, Shri Rastogi ji, to kindly deliver his address. Thank you.
A very good morning to all of you. Dr. Niranjan Hiranandani, Dr. R.D. Kulkarni, Dr. Hemlata Bagla, all the faculty and students who are present here as well as online. I was told it's NEP pe charcha. So I don't think it's appropriate for me to give a monologue. I would like to hear if there are any questions from the audience here. Maybe the students can raise their questions first and then the faculty. It will be a great insight for me also as to what's happening on the field as far as NEP is concerned, because Dr. Hiranandani and Dr. Bagla have given a very good overview of the policy entails and what kind of changes we are going to see. But I would like to hear from students as to if they have any queries, if they have any questions for us to be addressed. And we'll request the entire panel to take it because I'm not an academician. We have Dr. Kulkarni and Dr. Bagla who will also help us. Thank you. So can we have?
So your journey in your Maharashtra,
They are here to hear you. So I'll spend a very brief amount of time on that. As you have just heard from Dr. Hinandani, after about 3 years of preparation, the NEP has been launched in the state from the coming academic session, which is just starting. And Dr. Hiranandani was also a part of it. He was a member of the task force. Dr. Kulkarni has been part of the entire process because he has detailed as to what the curriculum framework will look like. And that's why people call it Kulkarni Committee report now. And he's the authority in the state now to talk about kind of choices, what kind of verticals are available to the students. What I feel, it's a great opportunity and a great transformation that is starting from the current year in the state of Maharashtra. Across the country, these changes are happening, and we are also starting it from the current year. To start with, autonomous colleges, university departments, and PG colleges are going to implement, and the next year it will be rolled on for everybody. What we are going to see, especially from the students' perspective, because you are now looking at your career for undergrad and further studies. So, of course, there'll be queries in your mind and your parents and relatives, friends, as to what kind of changes we are going to see. So, first of all, you will see a lot of flexibility. You will see a lot of choices. And you can discuss with your maybe seniors who are still in college or who have just passed out as to what kind of course structure, curriculum structure they had, and what kind of curriculum structure you will have in case you enroll in any of the autonomous colleges who are implementing from the current year. And of course, as I said, next year everybody will get that opportunity. There'll be major and minors. So you will have one stream where you will specialize. There'll be where you will be able to do a equally good level of understanding and learning depending on your choice. So it could be complementary, it could be related to your major, it could be completely different depending on your choice. But I think one of the most fundamental shift that we are going to see, that learning will not be limited to classroom. So 1 hour of classroom teaching is not what you learn completely. You will be learning outside the class, and it happens in real life. We keep on learning wherever we go. If we go on a travel, if we go on a holiday, we see new things. We learn about people with their customs, culture, so many new things. So why should it be in the colleges that learning happens only in classrooms? So that is going to change, and you will be learning a lot through on-the-job training, internship, community projects, projects which involve real life problems. So when whatever knowledge you get in the class, whatever information you get in the class, whatever concepts are introduced to you in the class, you will have an opportunity to apply them in the real world. So suppose in an economics class, you see demand and supply curves, then you can, in the internship, when you work in industry, then you can see really how that gets implemented in terms of their product numbers, product design, and how the pricings, etc., are designed. So there will be an opportunity for you to understand that whatever you have learned has some real life utility. What has been a complaint so far about our education system, that after 3 years of graduation or even after post-graduation, the students are not employable, if I say in the inverted commas. Why they are not employable? Because they really don't know how to apply their skills and knowledge in the real life situation. They can't demonstrate their skills and competencies in a real world. So that is going to change, and you will see a lot of opportunity, lot of flexibility for you to enhance your skills, complement them with various courses related or unrelated to your major stream, whatever you are studying, and also top it up with language courses, value education courses, and also Indian knowledge system. Now, Indian knowledge system is often less understood, but it's a great opportunity for you to really relate to your traditions, roots, and culture. And whatever has been done in this country last 4,000, 5,000 years, we have a legacy which needs to be understood in the new advancements that are happening. I'll give a very small example. Most of you would have seen old temples across the country whenever you go outside on a maybe family, and would have been fascinated as to 500 years, 600 years back, without the latest and modern tools of surveying and construction machinery and tippers and dumpers, how could they construct such a beautiful architecture, such a beautiful piece of art? And of course, there would have been architects at that time who were good at mathematics, who had basic understanding of architecture, who knew the entire system of how the solar system works, because most of it is also related to astronomy. So there was a lot of knowledge available, which probably is not taught to us. Uh, Most of the students of architecture do not relate to the new knowledge with the old one. So Indian knowledge system will allow us to understand. Suppose you are studying economics, then maybe Kautilya Arthashastra will be also of relevance to you. And many of those concepts are universal in nature across time and breadth. They do not change. So IKS will also be a part of your studies now. You can of course choose. There are flexibility available, online, offline, hybrid mode, whatever your college offers, that would be available to you. So in a nutshell, it's all student centric. You can design your undergrad program based on the choices that you have. And on the top of it, you have multiple entry, multiple exit. So you can get out of the system after a year or 2 year or 3 year and come back. Of course, we don't expect people to leave in large number, but it is just to provide for an eventuality when a student cannot pursue his or her education because of some peculiar circumstances, maybe family issues or something. Then it will not be a disadvantage. It will not be something that they have lost an opportunity for higher education. They can come back, and of course that's possible through an academic bank of credit. As soon as you take admission in any college, you will be enrolled in academic bank of credit using your Aadhaar ID, and that will keep on accumulating the credits you earn either in your own college or some other college of the same university or even from other universities. So this gives you a great flexibility and opportunity to enroll for the best programs, best courses across the state and the nation, and even outside when we have dual and joint degree program, training program, etc. So these are exciting times for our students, but I think at the same time for our faculty also. It's a transformation, so the faculty also needs to tune to it to get accustomed to these changes. The teaching would not be teaching per se what we have been seeing. We'll expect a lot of discussions, deliberations in the class, and we of course expect students to come prepared. They should study the session, the lecture, whatever in advance, and then come and there should be a dialogue. So rather than in a monologue where a student teaches and students listen, it should be as to, based on whatever they have learned on their own, what are their queries and what could be the possible approaches or solution to those queries. So it will be much more lively, and I don't think students would be sleeping in the class henceforth, and I'm sure they will not be bunking the classes because it will be much more fun to be in a class. So on part of faculty, my request would be to please start changing the way learning happens in classrooms and make it much more enjoyable, make it much more interactive, so that our students, after completing that particular course, have skills which can be demonstrated. If somebody says, okay, you have done an Excel course, now do this spreadsheet for me, then they should be able to do it then and there and show whatever pivot table, etc. So these are the skills and competencies we expect the education system to introduce, to impart. And as I said, autonomous colleges who have over the last many years tried many of these things on their own. So some features of NEP have been actually implemented by our autonomous colleges on their own. Some have introduced internships, some have some kind of community project, some have minors available to them, some have electives also available to them. So they have been chosen to start with, to implement it, because they are in the best situation to implement NEP in its true spirit, that is holistic, multidisciplinary, student-centric, learning-oriented, and something which is rooted in our culture and traditions. And of course, regional languages also get a priority in NEP. I wish all the best to students and teachers coming academic season. If there are any queries, the panel would be really happy to answer that. And I also thank HSNC for organizing such kind of dialogue, where not only you get to raise your queries and concerns, but we also understand as to what's happening in the field, what is happening in the mind of our students and teachers, and accordingly fine tune our policies. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for highlighting the vision behind the new educational framework. Now, the next distinguished speaker of the day is Professor Dr. Ravindra Kulkarni. He is the Vice Chancellor of University of Mumbai. He was also the former Vice Chancellor of Mumbai University and Chairman of the Pro-Vice Chancellor and Chairman of the committee formed to implement the new education policy in the Maharashtra state. With around 3 decades of teaching experience, Professor Kulkarni is a senior professor at Institution of Chemical Technology ICT, which is a very prestigious and reputed institution with core research in the area of oils, oleochemicals, and surfactant technology. He has also served as the director of the same prestigious institution. He has published over 80 research papers and has guided several students in their doctoral research. During his tenure as Pro VC, Professor Kulkarni spearheaded NAC Cycle 3 assessment of University of Mumbai, which was bestowed with a stupendous A++ grading in 2021. We are delighted to have you here, sir, to address the gathering. I would now like to request you to kindly deliver the talk.
So, I already take minutes.
Already sharing from online. Okay.
Share screen.
But the only share.
You check it again. You check it again from side there online. You share the screen. Or you can finish.
Can I get the slide sorted?
Next slide will say no. So if it's the next slide is online.
Good morning to all of you. Good morning, Honorable Provost and of HSNC University, as well as the Chairman Advisory Committee of University of Mumbai, Professor Dr. Niranjan Hiranandani, Honorable Principal Secretary of Higher and Technical Education, Dr. Vikas Chandra Rastogi, the Vice Chancellor of HSNC University, Principal Bagla Madam, Principal Chivare Sir, the different principals of the HSNC University, as well as the other affiliated colleges, and my dear students. It's a really a great opportunity which this university has being offered for all the students in terms of updating on the different changes that are being brought by national education policy across Maharashtra state. Principal Secretary Dr. Vikas Chandra Rastogi himself is an architect of all the changes which has been introduced across Maharashtra state. He in fact tried to spearhead, tried to facilitate the different changes that are expected under national education policy, which was launched in the year 2020 July by Government of India. Subsequently, Government of Maharashtra has appointed Mashalkar Committee, followed by different subcommittees, and now a steering committee under the chairmanship of Professor Karmarkar sir is taking lead in the implementation of national education policy across different colleges as well as universities in Maharashtra state. Friends, since all of you have come from different places, as a eager student who would like to take up academics from 2023-24 with reference to NEP design curricular program, I just would like to ask one question to all of you, the students and parents, of course, that how many of you have really read national education policy released by Government of India? Will you please raise hands? How many? Hardly one, two. I'm not asking any question. You just say like whether read or not, like, whether have you gone through that policy or not. So I'm not going to ask any cross question for that. So I think only one hand. So there are 2 or 3 hands from the balcony. So probably we require a lot of sensitization from our side. Definitely, it's as a part of steering committee, we thought that there has to be a lot of sensitization, and let us say extend sincere thanks to the university who has organized this program so that you will be sensitized with reference to the curricular framework which is being implemented as a part of national education policy. But friends, we'll have to keep in mind that we will have to be very much aware of what is being offered as a part of policy, because when you say it's an holistic multidisciplinary academics which is offered under national education policy, and when it is said that the students will have an opportunity to undertake creative combinations of the disciplines in the interest of their career, in the interest of their own hobbies. If you are thinking about that, then one must have a right understanding of the national education policy. So let us take the first slide. So thank you. Okay, so let us look at some examples because there would be definitely a lot of questions, and so from that perspective, I have just tried to summarize few possible questions which the students can have in their mind. And based on that, what are possible solutions? What are possible opportunities? What are different examples which could have been available under curricular framework offered under? Look at the first example. Okay, so of course the names have been just taken up as an example. Any resemblance to the actual? Okay, let us take it as just an incidence only. Nothing realistic. Those are imaginary names only. But let us take like the example of a Suresh, okay, who is really a good player. And at the same time, he's really good in academics. Naturally, being good in academics like a 10th and 12th standard would be able to score best. Now CET results have been just announced. So with very good score in his hands, naturally his parents would like to take up Suresh to pursue different courses under engineering, sciences, or likewise, which will offer best employability options. That's naturally an angle from the parents. But at the same time, Suresh, who is a very good player, let us like say maybe a good hockey player, maybe good in kabaddi or whichever maybe. He would like to see that while taking up academics, would like to pursue the sports of his choice. That's most important. So normally we would find that like one who is good in sports may not be able to devote good time in academics. And that's how we always find that there would have been like if they get good achievements in sports, but because of the very much required time for the practices and the sports, the academics naturally starts falling down. Okay, may not have very good score. Sometimes the sportsman always just believes that like let us have just passing minimum passing percentage so that he or she could move from first year to second year. Okay, that is what a minimum expectation by a sports person. But under NEP, since sports has become a part of curriculum itself, so you and since sports have been creditized, so whatever like the sports which you are taking, whether it's say playing hockey, whether it is playing kabaddi, whether it is playing table tennis, whichever, if it is available as a part of your curricular timetable, if it is available as a part of creditization, okay, then naturally it will be the best option available to the Suresh, so that while he can undertake a right level of academics in terms of choice from the point of view of the employability, at the same time we would see that he would be able to excel in the sports of his choice. Okay, probably that's one example which could be taken up immediate of interest from the perspective of having multidisciplinary combinations. So sports is one discipline and computer engineering, microbiology could be another. Let us take up in the second example of a girl student who is very good in music and probably has inherited many gifted talent with reference to the music, maybe instrument, maybe singing, whatever. So while she would like to take up career in singing or instrument music, whatever, she is definitely interested that the different instruments she is handling as a part of museum, as a part of music, let us say harmonium. So one would like to look with reference to the design of harmonium from the perspective of research. So when a particular musical instrument has been designed and say which is connected with different like harmonic combinations, simple harmonic combinations, different vibrations connected to the different wavelengths of the sound, okay, which has been originated from that instrument. How can it that design and probably the vibrations that are coming out of that instrument could have been correlated. So while the girl would like to take up music as a part of her career and taking forward in the best interest of her talent itself, but at the same time, she would like to work on from the research perspective that how can I work on the design of the instruments. So for which I need a knowledge of physics, for which I need a knowledge of sound theory, for which I need knowledge of wave theory, for which I need a knowledge of simple harmonic motions and likewise. So whether she is capable of pursuing two different disciplines, one music from the interdisciplinary side and physics from the science side together, so that while music is being explored as a part of her talent, simultaneously she's looking at research on that side also, which is really a great combination to offer with. Okay, that's how NEP makes feasible. Look at the third example, like a commerce graduate. Okay, the commerce, many times we do understand that a commerce student after completion of BCom or likewise, if he or she has been asked to go to the bank, fill up the form, deposit the check, or like operate, many times we do find that the commerce graduate may not know about it. But the things have changed much. Okay, now we are talking about e-commerce. We are talking about success in Amazon, Flipkart, like kind of thing. We are talking about a lot of development in logistics. We are talking about retail management, retail banking. So there are several developments that are taking place, which could have been the part of your studies and which could have been the part of professional training as well. So the student would like, while taking a BCom as a part of academics, can he pursue training in corresponding professional organization, so that hands-on exposure with reference to the logistics, e-commerce could have been obtained, so that whenever, like when multiple entry and exits are being offered at different level, okay, so once the student has a very good professional exposure, after completion of that, probably the student would be very much employable and would have been acceptable to the banks, financial institutions, and logistic organizations. So that is possible now under national education policy. Looking at the other part, now, like Principal Bagla Madam has said, like we share one subject of common interest, that is chemistry. Under chemistry, we come across a lot of instruments. The way reactions are conducted, the way chemical transformations are facilitated, okay, they are tracked, they are monitored by using variety of the instruments, so that one can understand what are making and breaking in the chemical reactions that would have been facilitated. So these are tracked by instruments. A student in analytical chemistry learns different principles of gas chromatography, high performance liquid chromatography, FTR, many types, but without looking at. Okay, so he learns theory. He appears for the examination also without having a look at how does GC look like, how does HPLC being operated, how does FTR being taken up. So that is really a matter of probably is not in the right interest of the education. One should have, while taking up understanding of the principles of FTR, one should have a capability of operating FTR simultaneously. One should have capability of interpretation of spectra, so that once I have a look at spectra, I could correlate with the different physical or chemical transformations which are being accomplished. Okay, so that is probably something we would be looking at. Can I have next slide? Okay, so there is another example. Okay, so let us learn NEP through these examples, and then we will explore what are different processes. I have cited one example, which even our Honorable Asogi sir has also cited. There are many unfortunate incidences which may come in our life. Like that is what probably looking at the example of a Prashant, okay, who was very good in academics, but probably in mid of his academic career, he lost his father, and he is the eldest member of the family. And as being eldest member of the family, naturally he carries the responsibility of taking his family forward and naturally earning something for the betterment of family. So under normal circumstances, he would have lost academics. But here, under national education policy, okay, he can take up exit at different level. Okay, so maybe after first year with certificate, after second year with diploma, after 3 year, it will be a 3-year degree or likewise. So a preferred option of exits are being offered at different level, and accordingly he can take up those exit options. Let us go for earning based on whatever the experience which he has earned. After getting enough financial stability, he may come back, rejoin academics, and move forward from the level at which he or she has left. Okay, so that option is being available. Now look at the next and the most important option. Okay. See, whenever you go for any purchase, how do you go for, like you visit different shops, try to understand the different brands available, their features, and based on that you go for purchase. Now look at whenever you are going for an academics, and so let us look at different colleges across South Mumbai. All of them are really with the best. And if possible, if I can have, let us have A, B, C, D college without naming any real example. Okay, so taking up real example, like let us say college A offers best in terms of chemistry, college B let us say, offers microbiology. College C offers, let us say, maybe sports as a career. Okay, and the college D might have been the best in terms of the co-curricular activities. So one would like to take up these options as a combination, that my major is chemistry, minor is microbiology. Probably I would like to pursue sports as a part of my career, and simultaneously I'm looking for a right kind of a vocational courses which are being offered. When I look at variety of the colleges that are available in South Mumbai, and if I find that chemistry is available in the best possible way in college A, let us say microbiology in college B, and likewise. So based on merit, if you are capable of securing admission in all 4 colleges for the desired subject options which you are looking for, then that could have been the best possibility, isn't it? So a multi-institutional learning has been made possible under national education policy. So that's how you should look forward. Okay, so that's what the next example, like Archana, who is meritorious and is because of her merit, like for her, it is possible to get admission in any of the colleges. So let us like she can pursue and have a multi-institutional learning so that the best academics can be combined and her career can be taken up in a forward direction. Now looking at 3-year or 4-year, that probably makes a lot of confusion. There is nothing like 3 or 4 years. Okay, it's a level-wise definition and designation of the academics itself. So when you complete 1 year after level 4, that is 12th standard, it's certificate. Then when you complete level 5, that is 2 years after level 4. So that gives you diploma, and likewise. So what has been an advantage of 4-year which has been offered as a part of national education policy? One of the biggest advantage connected with 4-year honors with research degree is that the student can pursue PhD directly, provided the student secures minimum CGPA of 7.5 or 75%, and likewise can pursue PhD there, which is available across globe. The students who have completed 4-year degree program, let us say in engineering, in India, are always exploring the option of taking up PhDs across globe. It was not available under science, arts, or commerce faculty. Now switch over to a possibility of having a design of 4-year degree program under commerce, arts, or sciences, okay, has made possible for a student to take up research career immediately after after completion of a 4-year degree itself. Okay, so these are some of the examples, okay, which probably will illustrate the benefits of the next slide, please. Now looking at the whatever being presented in the previous 2 slides, okay, so I have been just summarized in this particular slide. Okay, so that the student, what are the different benefits that are possible? Like a student can move from one discipline to another. Okay, that's possible after first year, after completion of first year, which is level 4.5. If you wish to change major or minor, okay, from one discipline to another, okay, that is completely available. Okay, so you can choose courses of your interest from different discipline. I have given an example of taking up 4 different courses from 4 different disciplines, okay, which can be combined together, okay, which is a real benefit. So a complete elimination of compartmentalization, a complete elimination of rigid boundaries that were available across disciplines. Okay, so engineering student earlier, engineering student could not take up courses from music, or sciences, science students could not take up course from philosophy. Okay, so that was a rigid boundary which has been completely eliminated. Okay, so one can like execute a preferred choice of living academics at one particular level after earning or securing a minimum number of credits. One can have multidisciplinary as well as an interdisciplinary learning, cross-disciplinary, transdisciplinary learning. We'll look at different examples of multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary as well. And the most important part, okay, so normally till 2020, okay, we were focused on mainly face-to-face mode of learning. COVID has presented that example, like one can switch over to online mode. Now probably we can have a hybrid mode of learning also. So wherever possible, like one can have a face-to-face, one can have online, and with that, probably through the online platforms which has been made available through SWAYAM or NPTEL, you are in a position to take up different courses of your choice and earn credits as a part of your academics also. Next slide, please. So these are, next slide. These are some of the examples which could be taken up as a part of benefit from the national education policy. Now see, in fact, I have asked whether have you read national education policy. There were very few ads. Please go through, that is available, okay, on UGC site, as well as you can have a look at in variety of the ways. But besides that, since when you say you have an opportunity to take up a holistic combination as well as creative combination of disciplines, that is required to be exercised. For that, you need to look at variety of the additional documents which have been made available by UGC. Okay, every academics is connected with a certain outcome. Okay, whichever the course you are taking up is connected with a certain outcome. So look at what kind of outcome you are looking for. Okay, so for that, if you wish to understand, let us refer to National Higher Education Qualification Framework. Okay, whenever you would like to have a horizontal and vertical mobility, okay, let us look at the meta framework offered under National Credit Framework. Okay, so whenever you would like to look at the multidisciplinary joint dual degree, let us look at the multidisciplinary institution multidisciplinary institution guideline given by UGC as well as government of Maharashtra. So by UGC, which are in the best interest of the student, and keep updated yourself so that you can pursue academics in the best possible way. Next slide, please. Now looking at which has been already outlined by Principal Secretary Rastogi sir. Okay, so as I said, based on Mashalkar committee report, different committees were constituted and then steering committee was constituted, and government of Maharashtra has already taken up two important GR. Okay, so particularly those who are coming after 12th standard. For them, the GR connected to government resolution connected to 20th April is really a matter of importance, which offers curricular framework under 4-year multidisciplinary UG degree program. And when those who are interested in taking a postgraduate program after completion of 3-year UG now onwards, okay, we can have a look at GR offered under 16th May. Okay, so there again a curricular framework connected to PG, which has been presented. So both of them are going to be implemented from coming academic year 2023-24. Next slide, please. So looking at next, please. Next. Next slide. So let us try to understand the two terminology, multidisciplinary as well as interdisciplinary. Okay, there are differences. Okay, because many times these terms are being used interchangeably, okay, which are not. That national education policy offers multidisciplinary academics. So we have seen an example, like you are being given an option to choose different subjects from different disciplines. Every discipline has a specific hypothesis. Every discipline has a specific logic. Every discipline has a certain way of learning itself. Say, for example, let us take up an example of Samruddhi Mahamarg. Okay, so that has become a reality, and now that has brought a sea change in terms of industries and likewise. So suppose if you, let us talk about a construction of a road for a Samruddhi Mahamarg. So what are the different disciplines that are looking forward? Okay, say like a civil engineer, okay, looks forward for taking up the construction of a concrete road with a defined strength, one civil engineering angle. A environmentalist looks at when the roads are being built up, what happens to the ecosystem around that road. So whether their due interests are taken into consideration or not, whether a due preservation with reference to that ecosystem has been taken into account or not. Economics will look at different angle. Okay, so across road, what are different facilities which are required to be there so that you can promote industries connected, you can promote different level of commercial setup across road so that there will be enhancement in the economic prosperity of the villages around those roads. Okay, so these are different angles. So same object, but looking from different angles. So that is what you would like to learn under multidisciplinary learning. What stands for an interdisciplinary learning? Interdisciplinary learning normally talks about combination of knowledges which have been gained from different disciplines itself. Say, for example, nanotechnology is one of the interdisciplinary area where students from physics, students from chemistry, students from electronics engineering look towards same problem in variety of the way. A nanostructure being created, and you require a knowledge of physics to have a right angle of right studies of quantum with reference to nanostructure. The student would like to have a right method of synthesis. Electronics engineer would like to develop the microstructures connected to that. So you require an interdisciplinary system, a student as well as teacher. Both of them will have to look at interdisciplinary learning in specific way. Say, for example, if I'm teaching as a chemistry to the students of nanotechnology, then I should have an awareness as a teacher. What my physics counterpart is teaching with reference to nanotechnology, what my electronics engineering counterpart is teaching with reference, I should keep the knowledge of all connected disciplines so that I can have a real connection between different disciplines while presenting the concept of interdisciplinary knowledge in the best possible way. Keep in mind, national education policy offers the best way of multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary angle as a part of academics. Please, next slide, please. Now look at this particular structure. Okay. So I hope some of you may be aware of. Now, 12th standard refers to level 4, okay, which is the base for higher education now. And moving across, okay, level 4.5, 5.5, level 6, that covers your 4-year multidisciplinary degree program in variety of the ways. So this particular presentation, I will request organizers to be shared to all. Okay, that is available at free. So you just concentrate on the slide. So that I think you can make it available to all. So you can take up as a part of that because I may have to move fast. So let us at every level, after completion of certain minimum number of credits, okay, one can move forward, say from one level to another level, like certificate, diploma, degree. Under level 6, you have 3 different possibilities. Like one is a degree in with honors. Second is degree in honors with research, which is normally available for non-professional curricular programs. And particularly for engineering, it's a normal 4-year degree program. Similarly, you have a lot of options under PG, like 4+2, 3+2, like 4+1 for a arts, commerce, science, 4+2 for an engineering, 3+2 for arts, commerce, sciences itself. So that kind of a combinations can be really exercised. In next slide, probably we will have a look at the next slide, please. Like an engineering part, particularly some of you may be looking for an engineering career. Okay, so with engineering program also, the AICT said there are multiple entry and exits, and accordingly after level 4, 12th standard, one can exercise certificate in engineering, diploma in engineering, or like a vocational degree in engineering after 3 years, or a 4-year degree in engineering. With 4-year degree of engineering, there are 2 more additional options, like a honors degree in engineering or major and minor in engineering degree, that is also available. Then you have 2-year PG program, MTech or ME, with 1 exits being allowed. Let us have next slide, please. So these are like the steering committee, after discussion with all vice chancellors of different universities, have like taken up minimum and maximum number of credits available at different levels. Now, why is it so like on higher side? Like say, for example, at level 4.5, okay, one can take up minimum 40 and maximum 44. Okay, so with that, the certificate can be earned, or like a diploma can be earned with 80 or 88 maximum credit itself. Anything, any additional credits secured above 44 at first year, or above 88 at second year, or let us say 132 after third year, okay, would be treated as an add-on credit. Already the concept of academic bank of credit has been presented. I think you have a separate presentation on ABC also. So whenever you are trying to accumulate credits, okay, so which will become the base for award of degree. So keep in mind that in addition to this minimum or maximum number of credits, which will become the base of award of certificate diploma, in addition to that, you can have add-on credits also, and you can keep on accumulating credit and utilize it at a right opportunity. Next slide, please. So next slide. Now, these are variety of the flexible PG degree options. Okay, so as I said, like with 3-year UG program, one can have 2-year PG program. With 4-year UG, one can have 1-year PG program. And now with 1 year, like naturally, since we have started from the 2023-24 with reference to design of UG program, a real 4-year UG program will be completed by 27-28. So thereafter, 1-year PG program will naturally commence with 4-year UG as a basic. Next slide, please. Okay, so this is something a meta framework available. Right from look at the accreditation. Okay, so which defines vertical as well as horizontal mobility. So even a student with early childhood care has his education is also creditized, even though one who is taking up the early childhood care may not know anything about credits, but that is also a part of accreditation. So something ECC, which is a real like example available under national education policy as a part of promoting understanding right from the age of 3. Okay, so that is also taken up as an equivalent to level 0.1. And likewise, you have level, say, standard 5th, which is level 1. Now here we mobility one can look at, because we are interested in level 4 onwards. Say, for example, a student taking up 12th standard, completing level 4, may take up either a level 4.5 under as a part of higher education, or may take up short-term training program available as a part of level 4.5 under vocational education. So he has that option of moving either on say certificate program under regular higher education, or maybe a short-term training program available under vocational degree program, which is equivalent to level 4. And if they wanted to change cross, like a student who has completed level 4.5 short-term training under vocational scheme, and if they wanted to take up level 5 under higher education, so that cross movement is now allowed. So that is what we call as a horizontal as well as vertical mobility. Next slide, please. Now, looking at definitions of what credit means, like whenever you look for a credit, okay, assuming that in a semester there are 15 weeks, so one credit is equivalent to 15 hours in a week itself. And if it is connected to practicals, then naturally it is connected to one credit for 30 hours in a one semester. So that in that way one can have a correlation between credits and timetables. Next slide, please. Now look at multiple entry and exits. Of course, there are certain preconditions which have to be fulfilled. Okay, multiple entry and exits are not without conditions. Okay, so when a student can take up an exit after level 4.5, okay, there are basically 3 requirements. 1, a student can take up an exit after level 4.5 provided the student completes 40 to 44 credits as stipulated with reference to level 4.5 curriculum. 1. Second part, the student has to, within those 40 to 44 credits, the student has to complete 6 minimum credits connected to vocational and skill training program. Okay, that's the second part. And third, after completion, successful completion of 40 or 44 credits, the student will have to take up in addition 4 credits of NSQF compliant internship or maybe a internship with reference to the career he or she is looking for. Say, for example, look at a BCom first year. Okay, if the student completes the BCom first year and would like to take up an exit, the student, and if the student would like to work in a bank, then let us pursue NSQF compliant course connected to bank, or let us have a 4 credit, that is 4-week training in a suitable financial institution. And after successful completion of that, the student can look for an employer. A student in chemistry, okay, could work in a chemical industry, in a quality control laboratory or a R&D laboratory, and that is how will complete 4 weeks of training that in that industry and will move forward. So at every stage, the exits have been governed by certain conditions. Okay, next slide, please. Next slide. Now, as I said, like after completion of a particular entry and exits, okay, when a student takes up an exit from one institution after completion of 40 or 44 credit, and if the student, whenever the student takes up a re-entry, the re-entry has to be within 3 years after the first exit, and overall degree has to be completed within the 7 years itself. So with that, whenever the student would like to pursue lateral entry, okay, the student have two options: either take up entry in the same college from where the student has taken up an exit, or the student can take up entry in other college as well. Okay, so both of the options have to be full, can be exercised, provided. Okay, because every college, autonomous college, will have their own curricular structure, and there could be differences. So maybe a certain equivalences between credits have to be defined by the corresponding board of studies. And in case there are certain differences in the credit curriculum part, then additional credits, additional bridge courses may have to be pursued by the student that college. So that is how the lateral entries have been guarded. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Now, probably I will take up this slide in more detail way, and in case time permits, then I will take up the remaining part. Now, when I say like there are 6 different verticals available while you are taking up admission at first year, okay, look at what are being available. One is like a major, which is your focus of your degree. Okay, let us say like you would like to build up a career in chemistry, career in accounts, you like to build up a career in history, you like to build up a career, let us say in journalism, whichever. So whatever is your focus, whatever subject which is like which is supposed to be the focus of degree, let us define. Okay, that let us define that as an interest and choose major accordingly. That's the first part. While whenever you are going for enrollment and defining your admission, okay, so let us like select a right major. So major at level 5, okay, level 5.5 and level 6. Okay, overall, like whenever you would like to take up a 3-year degree after completion of level 5.5 or a 4-year degree after completion of level 6, keep in mind the minimum credits which will become the basis for award of degree under major will require that 50% of the credits would have been taken up under major part. Okay, that's what you will have to ensure while going for a creative combination of different disciplines. So if you have taken up physics as a major, see that within 3 years, if there are total number of 120 credits that defines your curricular program, so see that you earn minimum 60 credits connected to physics. Now, what are available options under major? Okay, some of them are mandatory, which naturally will give you a complete understanding with reference to major subject. Okay, so that is one part. In each discipline or each subject, we understand that there are a lot of sub-disciplines. Say, for example, in physics itself, one can have an energy studies, one can have a solid state physics, one can have a nuclear physics, one can look for a combination of physics and electronics, and likewise, itself. Material science is also another part. Or like say, for example, if you are looking at chemistry, you could have a combination of analytical chemistry, organic, physical, inorganics, and likewise. In case of journalism, if you are looking at print media, you are looking at television medium, likewise, variety of the options are available. So one is mandatory, which becomes the focus of major. Second part is electives, where probably a bouquet of electives would have been offered by the college where you have been enrolled, and based on that, let us choose electives in a track mode. So let's say, for example, if you are taking up as a part of physics, if you are taking up electives connected to material science, see that in a track mode from third year, second year, third year, and fourth year, see that you are choosing electives connected to material science so that you can build up a good knowledge of material science while you are taking up the degree under physics. So that's one part. Besides mandatory and electives, okay, there are certain areas connected to your major, that is vocational skill. Here particularly, we like to see that the student must have an hands-on experience. It's like we do understand that, like whenever a student completes electronics engineering, and if he has been asked to repair television, it's really very difficult. Okay, so even after completion of 4 years. So that's because you do not have the right practical skills connected to that. A physics student, okay, so let us say he has been asked to undertake a repair of mobile, very difficult. A computer engineer has been asked to look at hardware, again a problem. So we require, while taking up mandatory and electives, a hands-on experience connected to the skills with reference to that subject. So every subject has a certain skills which has been predefined, and accordingly you choose vocational skills so that at the end of your third year you will have a right vocational skill. So with vocational skills, normally it is 8 to 10 credits which are offered along with the mandatory and electives. In addition, okay, at the end of third year and at the end of the fourth year particularly, internship is being offered, on-job training is offered. Say, for example, a chemistry student is working in an industry to take up hands-on experience of working at a chemical plant so that he or she will understand the operation of the plant. Or let us say, looking at a commerce student or looking at a academy of the theater arts, the theater arts working with different theaters so that the student can get a hands-on experience in terms of acting, displaying, and getting a good advice from the seniors. Okay, so that is the part of an on-job training or internship. There are something defined with reference to community engagement project. There are something defined with reference to field projects. Say, for example, when like look at a UGC document on Unnat Bharat Abhiyan or like Unnat Maharashtra Abhiyan with reference to our state itself. Since particularly, we are a country of lot of diversity in terms of language, in terms of different things, and we have rural and urban. So as an urban student, can we have a real understanding of rural areas? Okay, so let us explore it under community engagement. A chemistry student can take up a field project, maybe of 2 credits, going to a village and going for an analysis of the water. Okay, how far, what is the hardness of the water? Is it potable? Is it of a drinking quality? If it is not, what can be done? A zoology and botany student can go to the villages and look at what is the biodiversity available. So let us take up that as a part of field project, which will enhance the understanding with reference to field project, major itself. So major is a part of like a part of your focus of degree itself, and that is how one should go for a creative combination. The next important part, okay, minor, okay, which has made the overall curriculum really multidisciplinary. With minor, okay, you can choose any subject from different from the discipline of the major itself. Like if you are taking up a physics as a major, okay, then you can take up any subject from the life sciences as a minor, or you can take up any subject from the accounts as a minor. You can take up any subject from the social sciences as a minor, okay, and you can earn minor degree along with major, provided you secure, okay, you earn 18 to 20 credits connected to minor degree programs. Okay, so that's what we like to keep in mind. Then in addition to major and minor, particularly in first 2 years, in order to have a wider exposure, wider understanding, familiarity of different subjects, open electives, generic electives from different disciplines are being offered. You can pick up from the baskets. So wherever you are taking up enrollment, ask for the baskets, and from that basket, pick up any subject which is of interest to you and go for learning from that itself. So multidisciplinary learning would have been feasible primarily from open electives, okay, which has been now offered with reference to 12 credit, say from first to say third year. Then another part, okay, so if you really read national education policy, we will find there is a separate chapter on languages. Okay, so where it says that one needs to say using mother tongue, so that the entire content of the curriculum should be made available in the local language. That is one stress being given. But the most important part, whatever knowledge I am getting under major or minor, do have capability of presenting that knowledge in a language of local perspective. Okay, so that's more important. So when I learn something about, say, chemical engineering, and if I'm working on a chemical plant, am I able to offer right instructions to labor who are working under me in their own languages, so that while technical perspective is maintained, but simultaneously it will have a right understanding. Okay, so that's particular something is being called an ability enhancement courses. So there are 2 languages which are being offered. Then in addition to that, like we are looking at value education, okay, as a part of first year. Okay, as a responsible citizen, I must know something about Constitution of India. I must know, I must have an understanding about the ecosystem surrounding me. So let us have an understanding of that as a part of value education. Industry 4.0 brings a lot of perspectives, technology, whether it is machine learning, whether it is deep learning, whether it is robotics, whether it is IoT, mobile internet, whatever. So I need to have a familiarity with changes that are taking place across Industry 4.0, so which is part of value education. IKS is something which Principal Secretary Asogi sir has highlighted. Okay, we do understand that there is certain which is available in Indian domain, and let us have as a part of IKS itself. And the most important, the last, co-curricular activities, where one can pursue sports, where one can have like exposure to NSS, where one can have an exposure to NCC, where one can have exposure to yoga, where one can exposure to cultural activities as a part of your curriculum, okay, where 8 credits are being offered. So this is how 6 different verticals which are being offered. So whenever you are going for an enrollment, look at what major you are looking for, what kind of minor that holds interest to you, maybe as a part of supporting to major, or maybe as a part of hobby. Say, for example, if I'm taking a botany as a major, if I'm taking up economics as a minor, then economic understanding of bioresources will supplement my career. Okay, maybe that. Or I'm a computer engineering student, but I would like to take up music as a hobby under minor. That is possible. So that's entirely choice of minor. Okay, either looking from career perspective or looking from the other way, like your hobbies, your own interests, development of your own personality, whatever. Okay, let us look from that angle. And the other verticals like open or probably co-curricular activities could have been taken up in a right way. So, friends, these are the 6 different verticals that are available. Of course, now I think I have already crossed my time, so which is half an hour was given to me. So anyway, the presentation is being will be circulated by the organizers to all of you. So probably I may look forward for the questions with reference to this NEP implementation itself, and let us have a brainstorming. Okay, let us have a wide range of questions and try to understand the NEP in best possible way, so that you can build up your own career in the best interest of the your own career, and as well as looking at fulfillment of the ambition of your parents. Okay, let us have a combination of both of them and move forward. Yes. So let me extend thanks to organizers for inviting here and presenting few features with reference to national education policy. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was a really informative and insightful talk. Thank you for explaining the education policy and various provisions under it so well. I'm sure not just the students, but the faculty members present here also must have gotten a lot of clarity and insights on NEP. Before we move on to the presentation on Academic Bank of Credit, now we will immediately move to the question and answer session. I request the students, teachers present here to take up this opportunity and ask your questions about the national education policy to our distinguished speakers present here. I would request the volunteers to kindly pass on the mic. Please raise your hands if you have any question. Yes, here, please. Please tell us your name, where are you from, which college, which standard, and also tell us your question is directed to whom. Yeah.
My name is Pratik. I'm from Worli, from KC College. And my question is directed to Mr. Kulkarni.
Please.
I've enrolled for BSc Data Science this year. So my question is, how will the implementation of NEP will benefit students by offering wider
Courses, choices. Yeah.
wider choices of
Yeah.
new and subjects beyond traditional ones.
Okay. So,
So you have already been enrolled in the BSc Data Science, right? First year or what? Huh? First year. See, data science would be focus of your major degree. So that is your major subject. But like in data science, which trains you in analysis of data, the way different techniques that are available for quantitative methodologies or technique data understanding. Okay, so let us have like a combinations of other subjects, because every data science is a really multidisciplinary, because every subject would like to have a support from the data science itself from the perspective of analysis of data. So you need to think about what kind of career option you are looking for, like after data science, completion of a data science, whether you like to move forward with reference to like an organization connected with the computer domains, or whether you like to take up data science as a part of machine learning or deep learning, or whether you would like to take up the data science from the research perspective. Whichever. So choose subjects from minor or open electives that supports your data science, so that when you learn different techniques under data science, different techniques that are available, so you can apply to the real-time examples available, let us say from economics, maybe from the sciences, or maybe from the social sciences. So one can have a combination of that, and that will take you to the real practical application of data science as a focus of your degrees.
thanks. Yeah.
Yes. So every institution will have the combinations of courses and even other disciplines. But specifically for data science, we have applied for that the major components subject domain, data science and analytics. Also, your minor will be like statistics, mathematics, which will supplement your major courses. Coming to you will have what other courses you use the opportunity in budgets will be elected, then the elected, which will be elected, and still you are missing some subject which you could have learned, or any course which you want to apply data science to. Understand those who are taking IT, computer science, data science, They are the tool. You need to apply certain subjects when you have a different perspective. Can, as the mentioned, students to benefit your application of this knowledge, where you want to apply knowledge exchange. Are you want to apply finance, financial markets, want to apply the business management or management? Yes. So wherever you can apply this tool, that become part of your multiple skill, which can be across any other stream apart from your scientific. You can go into commerce, go into social sciences, and economics, you can take anything from commerce or social science, they can use it. So what is this one will be totally different, and your rest of the main, which is data science and economics.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Mike. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Next question. Please raise your hand if you have a question. Yes, here. Here.
Please don't hesitate.
Please give mic here. Yeah. Please tell us your name and which college you're from.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I am Tanya Talreja. I am from Ulhasnagar. I have a common question for everyone. What are the advantages for the students participating in dual degree program, and how will they enhance their learning outcome and future prospects?
In fact, the dual degree program I could not cover because of time constraint. So let us say there are three options which have been made available by. But please be seated. So one is dual, the other is joint, and third is twinning degree. Now there are two ways by which dual degree can be taken up in years to come. Okay, one is dual degree between two different institutions across university itself within India, or let us say one institution in India and the other institution abroad. So there are two ways by which dual degree can be taken up. Now, while you take up a dual degree, so let us cite one example. Say, for example, a student in life sciences or biology would like to pursue career in computational biology in near future, or a chemist IT, information technology, or maybe in machine learning or artificial intelligence, so that the real combination of chemoinformatics or like a computational biology can be taken up. So one degree, as you move forward with reference to 4 years, which is giving you BSc in life sciences, BSc in chemistry, and the second degree, which may not be always a degree, it could be simply diploma also, like a 2 year with 80 to 88 credit will be a diploma, where you can take up courses connected to AI. Now, how this is being offered? There are in case particularly those institutions which are combining, which are collaborating together, so as to offer dual degree, like the student will be taking up the BSc chemistry from one institution and the artificial intelligence from second institution. So there are two ways as far as institutions within India is concerned. One way is physical to physical. You are in a position to take up both of the degrees in physical mode, for which the both of the institutions from where you are taking up dual degree, one degree in BSc Life Sciences, second degree let us say in AI, need to have a physical proximity, so that the right planning with reference to timetable will have to be sorted out. Maybe morning lectures in one college, first college, where college with reference to AI. So that's one way, where you would be talking face-to-face mode. Second way is one degree is being taken up in a offline mode, face-to-face, and second degree in online mode. So that is a second option being available. So that's how, with reference to dual degree across institutions within countries. And then there is another something called as global citizenship education, where a student can take up 1 degree from an institution in India and 2nd degree from an institution abroad itself, for which there has to be a collaboration as governed by UGC. Okay, the institutions which would be able to offer this dual degree program, the 2 institutions which are collaborating will have to fulfill certain conditions which you must look into. One, the institution in India must have a NAC A or higher grade or a NRF ranking within top 100, and the institution abroad, okay, would need to have a Times or QS ranking within top 1,000. Then and then only the 2 institutions can come together and offer a dual degree program. Now, with dual degree program, okay, the degrees are offered by individual institutions. So accordingly, there are 2 transcripts which are being offered. Whenever you are looking for a joint degree, okay, it's another part. So it's a degree jointly offered by 2 institutions which are collaborating. Now, with joint degree, say out of 8 semesters, okay, so few semesters would be at one institution and remaining semester at 2nd institution. With joint degree, the basic requirement is that the 2 institutions who are collaborating together must offer minimum of 30% of the total credits with reference to joint degrees. Then and then only it will lead to award of joint degree. Third is a very flexible option, that is twinning degree. So out of 8 semesters within a 4-year degree, okay, the degree is still offered by host institution only. In first 2 cases, in first A and B, okay, they are offering 2 different degrees. In second case, A and B are offering joint degree. In third case, let us say A is the host institution, B is the collaborating partner. So the student will take up twinning degree at host institution, and out of 8 semesters, 1 or 2 semesters is being allowed to be taken up at 2nd institution as a part of academic curricular, and then twinning degree would be offered, but the degree corresponds to first institution, that is the host institution. For all of these, like dual, joint or twinning degree, okay, the curriculum needs to be designed by collaborating institution in such a way, if the student would like to look forward for taking up exits at different point of time, okay, then those exit options must be offered. Okay, so this is how 3 different options are.
Thank you, sir. Yes, next question. Back there, please.
Good afternoon, panel. My name is Dhanesh Lamba. I'm studying in 12th standard of the Samaya School. My question is to Dr. Rastogi. Sir, as Mr. Kulkarni mentioned in his presentation that if a particular person is interested in 3 different courses, different colleges, I think it's all well and good when it comes to the academic standpoint. But sir, don't you think it's a bit tiring and mentally tiring for a student to maintain 3 different social groups? Juggle between 3 different exams, curriculums. So I want to know what the government is doing in respect to the psyche for students. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a change. Of course, it's a change. Nobody denies that. And it's a positive change that we are looking for. At your age, I think the kind of energy, enthusiasm, and stamina that you have is underutilized. So don't underestimate your capabilities. You spend a lot of time outside the class, various activities, whatever you sing, dance, be chatting with your colleagues, etc. A lot of time you spend. It's not that the classes continue from morning till evening. What has been observed is the classroom learning is not sufficient. So that has to be complemented with learning from outside also. And these are the ways to basically make you ready for the jobs that you are, the careers that you are looking for, whether working in India, working abroad, pursuing higher education. This is to basically integrate with you a global education system So all of us should be ready for that. Of course, if some counseling and support is required, I'm sure the colleges and institutions will provide that. They'll probably also provide to the faculty members because they're also undergoing a lot of transformative ideas. But this is something which is for the good of the students and for the good of the country as a whole.
Thank you, sir, for this answer. We can take more questions, ma'am.
To ask a question. What was your question for the examination class? Entrance exam you are.
No, ma'am.
Okay, next question here.
Good afternoon. I'm Dr. M.A. Khan, Vice Principal from Maharashtra College. My question is that if a student is enrolled 4-year degree course and is offered major subject as a mathematics, we want to take some interdisciplinary subject like mass communication, psychology, or sociology. And unfortunately, these courses are not available in his college. So how can he select these courses which is he's interested to the other colleges? What are the modalities of this course?
Whether you are asking as a parent or as a
No, I'm
faculty.
a vice principal from the Maharashtra College.
Okay. See, already I think one example was illustrated. He was looking for one particular subject and simultaneously looking for a subject which is not offered in that particular college. Okay, so like he has cited an example of mass communication, but there could have been several such incidences where wherever you are taking up an admission in one particular college, the other combinations like under minor open electives, whatever subjects you are looking forward may not be available. And that is where the multi-institutional learning concept is coming into the place or into the picture itself. So a student takes up admission with reference to major in one institution. And if like mass communication, if the student is holding interest in taking up mass communication as a minor subject, okay, then okay, he or she could look towards other institution which is offering that mass communication as a part of it. Now, what are administrative requirements? Okay, let us say like one is the student is required to be registered on academic bank of credit, because once the student completes mass communication from second college, then that college has to transfer credits connected to mass communication to the first institution where the student is taking up that major subject as a part of degree itself. So that is one basic requirement. Second, both of the institutions are supposed to be registered higher education institution on academic bank of credit. In fact, ABC makes it feasible, okay, which is really a good mechanism where the credit transfer, credit mobility from one institution to another institution can be exercised, and the credits can be deposited into the account of the student so that the student can exercise the options of the subjects from different institutions and from different disciplines. Now that is possible.
So adding to all sectors now. So this is your so neighborhood institutions, for example, mass evaluation, the kind of that and the students so want the communication, then we form and we encourage. Now, how we are as the then they are not like just because the decision doesn't happen. So this is the mechanism or the media that. So what students want to be and we actually get that in the start of. If they need something, we have to learn. So how we are many years to get them and even so if any student of yours would like to take part in this. We want to hire, I think, basic insurance example, so that we can all these studies, we could give them those studies in the model.
So my suggestion would be, since you're the vice principal, you will have to have an MOU with the collaborative academic institution, and also design your academic calendar in a way that a student can actually pursue both. And that, I think, is a tricky part. Both the colleges will have to sit together and see what courses could be required by or are in demand by other college students, and design an academic calendar which will suit in. It could be maybe afternoon, it could be Saturdays or Sundays, or depending on how feasible it is. But that is, I think, the nitty-gritty has to be worked out together.
Thank you. There was one question here, please.
Hello,
Yeah.
my name is Kimaya. I'm from KC College itself. And my question is that, like, right now, students are chasing percentage and ranking in entrance exam. And after this is implemented, they would be chasing credits. So how would this promote innovation and startups in India?
So, so the overall 40 credits in first year or like 80 credits. So as you rightly pointed out, since you are looking for position of credits, and the question which you would like to, which you may face, so that my credits are deposited or not. So probably with that, whether are you in a position to promote innovations, or like, that is what your question. That is what I understand. So keep in mind, say if you look at the combination of the disciplines that you are in a position to take up, so the innovation lies there itself. Okay, so when, say for example, if you are a student, like which branch do you have? Like,
I just passed 12.
yeah. Now you are looking for, so which discipline you are choosing as a part of major?
I want economics.
Economics. So let us say, like, as a part of economics. So do you know last 3 Nobel laureates in economics?
No,
From
because
which discipline they have come? So the last 3 Nobel laureates, if you look at, most of them have come from quantitative economics, and said that will require a support from mathematics as well as statistics, which was probably not available earlier. So one can think of, like, while you are taking up economics as a major, in order to suppose if you are interested in pursuing research in quantitative economics, or let us say you are interested in pursuing research, or maybe taking up innovations with reference to agricultural economy. So choose subjects from open electives and minor, like a combination, or let us take up a school specific or multidisciplinary approach under major itself. So that under major you can combine, say out of 60 credit, say 30 credits from economics, 15 credits from mathematics, and 15 credits from statistics. If you combine them together, that becomes the base for quantitative economics or econometrics itself. So with the right combination, in fact, you are thinking in an innovative way so as to promote your own area of research which you may be looking for. So it's not just chasing credits. It's looking towards a creative combination of disciplines in a holistic manner, so that you can pursue subjects of your own interest and take up research at a in a larger mode at the 3rd year or 4th year. So that options are always out. Look at those and accordingly move up. So it's not in fact, you would see that if you compare your earlier 3-year credit structure and now the credit structure which is being offered right now, there has been reduction in number of credits. Looking at that perspective, that student must be in a position to work beyond classroom. Student must be in a position to work beyond laboratory. Student must be in a position to look towards industry, participate, work, and get real-time examples. So that is going to give a lot of scope for innovations, startups, as well as research in a 4-year degree.
Thank you.
Are you satisfied?
I would respond it slightly differently. When you say chasing credit, what I could understand is probably there's too much of choices available to you, and you want to see where to go. NEP offers you to be an active participant in your education program, not the passive one wherein you, at the time of enrollment, you select something and the college which has a set subjects and courses for you to offer for the 3 year. Now you can choose your courses as per your aptitude, whatever career you think will be rewarding for you, and look for opportunities. So look for opportunity beyond your own college. The college is no longer the only institution where you will learn and have knowledge. You can look for other this things. So of course it depends on your own dreams and what passions you have, but those opportunities are available. And how do you want to explore is entirely up to you.
Further add to that question. Things that add number one, change the credits. If so, the student coming in advance, you can have. So for it, not like that. So not that previous is past. It's about the right combination required for that. Number one. Number two, you talk about something. The term you use. Entrepreneurship should be initial part of the. There is immense opportunity for students who are entrepreneurs, maybe, and they want to be having projects. They want to be, I think I shared internship somewhere. They think they are ready for. So it's not that you'll be chasing whatever they're doing, you got it. Now that it just be deposited. So the immense opportunities, whatever you want to do, nothing like if you're 120, you are 120 credits, but you have learned. And you have actually excelled in the subjects of media global or subjects, whatever skills you have doctorate or combined with is sufficient. It's about you being satisfied that whatever you want to learn, you able to achieve it. It's not that it will be again chased into section based on the number of credits. Whatever you do, there are credits. From the dance, there are credits. Your event manager, KC students like anything like this. If you are performing on the stage, dance and play, there are credits. So whatever you do, from this for that credits that you need. Follow that. Don't chase credits. Chase your dream.
Thank you.
Correct.
There is a question at the back. Yes, please. Yeah.
Good afternoon, ma'am and sirs, for this program. First of all, I want to congratulate the management for taking their time to educate us on the national education policy. I think you deserve the absolute accolades for that. I have not seen many colleges doing this initiative. And to be very honest with you, I'm a professional graduate myself. I'm an engineer. And I'm an aspirant parent for my child's admission. But however, this national education policy is a very good initiative by the government and the universities taking, initiative to take the program to 4 years and the credit systems and everything. But unfortunately, sir, there is a lot of confusion happening where neither the parent and the child is aware of this NEP program unless they come to the seminars and get educated on the credit system, number one. Number two, since this is an initiative on an NEP program from this year, I would like to emphasize to the chancellors of the respective universities to look at the natural talent of the student. What it means is just not education. What is the passion of the child? Where he can grow, the identification of that passion at the university level needs to be done, which is done in abroad universities. They chase the natural talent of the child, not only the educational pattern that we do. Number one. Number two, on the NEP program, you all should have some program in place for an integrated model. When I say the integrated model means it's just not the graduation part. It is the roadmap for management, the roadmap for MS or any other thing which the child needs a guidance at the stage one. What I mean is when the aspirant is coming in the first year of the graduation, he should be aware of his his or her roadmap from the university side that this is what they can pursue. And it's very nice initiative. And Mansukal, I thank you for this program. But I hope that my request or my inputs makes a sense what I'm trying to tell here. Thank you.
In fact, your suggestions are well taken by either of the universities. So when the student takes up admission at first year, the UGC or AICTE always talks about, say, certain induction training program. So that this typically followed in engineering now will be executed even in arts, commerce, sciences as well. Since the choices are wider, the students are required to be well exposed. So normally a 1 week induction training program is supposed to be organized in the beginning so that what are different options which are available are being explained to the students getting enrolled in that institution over next 4 years. So that kind of an induction training program is supposed to be planned by every higher education institution, and we will look for that right exhaustive implementation of that as well, so that the student will be exposed to the lot of the choices that are available to them and can follow it. Now that's one way whereby the student can be made more familiar. This particular program is a part of sensitization program, and already I think University of Mumbai has organized 4 such sensitization program, one at University of Mumbai Convocation Hall, then second at Thane, and likewise. So sensitization programs are being organized so as to clear the confusion which is in the minds of the student as well as their parents. But at the same time, when the student is getting enrolled, a learner support system would be made available at every higher education institution, so that the student will get a very good idea about what are the choices at their hand and how a right combination of those choices can be taken up to build their careers. So that learner support system is being built up at every higher education institution where the student is supposed to be in.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for that answer. There is a, can we take a couple more questions? I see somebody raising their hand. Yeah. All right. Yes, please. There was another mic. Yeah.
Good afternoon to all the panelists. I am Sahil Kekane. I have recently completed my 12th from Jai Hind College. So one of the common policies of NEP that we have heard of is that all the 3-year degree courses are going to be 4-year. So could you guide us on that topic?
It's not going to be a transformation from 3 to 4 year. It's a 4-year with multiple entry exits across from first year, second year, third year. So if you still would like to pursue 3-year degree, that is also possible. Okay, it's not a transformation from 3 to 4 year. It's an additional option available. Okay, so like after first year, if you would like to take up an exit, it is certificate. After 2 years, it is diploma. After 3 years, okay, which still can be pursued with a award of 3-year degree. And if you would like to move forward, like which is 4-year honors or 4-year honors with research, those are the 2 additional options available, which you can take forward after completion of level 5.5 of 3-year degree and move forward to the 4-year with level 6. So it's not a transformation from 3 to 4 year. 3-year degree still exists. You can take up 3-year degree, you can take up an exit, and if you would like to pursue post-graduation, then the post-graduation will be 2 year. So it's a 3+2 combination. And in case you complete 4 years, then it will be 1 year PG program. So it's a diverse combination. So it's not that 3-year degree has been eliminated, nothing there. So 3-year degree option still exists. You can still explore and you can still take up exit after completion of 3 years.
Thank you, sir.
Starting students who are going abroad and wanting to study in the foreign institute, they ask for 4 years and so 3 years degree program what you are pursuing and the 4th year somewhere else standard dollars do not accept. So it's very important for those who are aspiring study globally, they can be welcomed the 4-year program. And as a vice versa. When here we have a different that they get into 1-year master's program 4 years and even direct of the program. So if you take a 3rd year, you can take a degree and exit. But 4th year, for interested to continue at good marks, but there is again one condition that is 75%, and then you will choice will be given by the institution. You can pursue further. You can choose honors with research. If you've chosen honors with research, the 4th year can have very program. What is a person for PhD? You have covered it in the 4th year. So you say there's a master that you have 1 year extra, PhD. So there are different advantages of this.
Thank you. There was a question in the last row.
Good afternoon, sir and madam. Myself, Palak. I am from HR College. I actually, in my opinion, think there is a confusion among the students regarding the commencement of the national education policy. So I would like to ask that it is officially announced or it is going to be announced. Thank you.
This has been officially announced. All the PG departments of the universities, all the autonomous colleges and PG programs of different colleges will be offering NEP from the current year, that is the year that's starting just now. So all UG programs of autonomous colleges and all PG programs in the state will be as per the new curriculum framework which Dr. Kulkarni just presented before you as per the new NEP.
Thank you. Yes, please.
Good afternoon, sirs and madam. My name is Yashika Santwani, and my question is, how will the options like multi-entry or under-exit NEP 2020 benefit students in terms of pursuing their education at their own pace?
If you refer National Credit Framework, they have utilized, so in fact, they have talked about 2 different terms. One is known as accelerated learning, and second is recognition to prior learning, and third term is on-demand examination. The different ways. So when a student takes up a desired option of taking up exits at 1 or 2nd level and moves to the profession based on the choice of major which the student has taken up. Say, for example, student has taken up diploma under commerce faculty and moved after completion of 88 credits after 2 years and has joined a bank. And maybe within 3 years, the student comes back and takes up the 3rd year and completes degree either in honors mode or honors with research and maybe moving forward, whatever. So here particularly 2 things are likely to be made available in future, not right now, but let us say the National Credit Framework has already talked about that, and in near future we will be talking about that. One is like when you complete diploma in commerce and have gone to the bank, because of which you have earned certain professional experience and you have come back to the 3rd year. It's quite possible that you have taken up some of the professional learning to such a high level that whatever being taught at 3rd year, some of the learning might have been pursued by you during your professional experience. So National Credit Framework says the learning which you have taken up in that professional domain, maybe for 1 year or 2 years, based on that specific number of learning years and assessment connected to that, a certain exemptions in the credit would be given at third year or fourth year, which is called as something recognition of prior learning connected with those credits. That's one way. Second is kind of an accelerated learning, which is again supposed to become a part of near future. So for example, we have talked about 160 credit across 4 years, or let us say 120 credits across 3 years. A good student, a student with gifted talent, okay, would like to complete those number of credits within a less number of years. Say, for example, 160 credit instead of completing 4 years could be completed within 3 years also. So that is what we call an accelerated learning. So that the 160 credit, which leads to the award of 4-year degree, is not restricted to 4 years. It is connected to the completion of requisite number of credits required for award of 4-year honors or 4-year honors with research degree, which is once the student completes that, he or she becomes eligible for that award of degree. So need not to be 4 years. So that is what we call as accelerated learning. Well, accelerated learning will require another mechanism known as on-demand examination, whereby when the student says that I'm now ready, okay, so particular, say, let us say 8 credits connected to one particular subject, okay, has been now completed from my side itself, and I would like to take up an exam at as per my desire itself. So that is definitely next line of thinking under national education policy, that whenever the student asks for places a demand for an examination, then that should have been arranged. The student could be exposed to examination and could be given an opportunity to complete those number of credits within a shorter period of time. That is also possible, but not right now, because that will require working out mechanism in a detailed way with reference to recognition of prior learning, on-demand examination, and accelerated learning, which has been already focused by national education policy. But in near future, all these will become a part of our regular learning system, and the student can take benefit of that.
Thank you, sir. Please, anyone? Yes, here. Yeah.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, sir, madam. My name is Alfia Khan, and I'm from KC College. I've just completed my BSc first year. My question is for Sir R.D. Kulkarni. Sir, in what ways will NEP 2020 encourage students to pursue their interest and passion by allowing flexibility in course selection and educational design?
Okay. In fact, I have explained your question in multiple ways through different examples, but I will repeat it again. So the student has a specific passion or ambition to pursue his or her career path itself. So if you look at the 7 or 8 different examples, which I have explained in the first 2 slides, okay, from that direction only. Like whenever you like to go for a creative combinations of the disciplines, okay, let us, like, as I said, you would like to pursue your career, maybe taking up a from the point of view of employability, and likewise going with a computer engineering, and simultaneously you would like to pursue your interest, your hobby with reference to sports. Okay, both of them now is possible, which was not followed in earlier academic combination of disciplines. Now that is possible. So let us look at, like, what kind of interest do you have? What are connected disciplines from that angle? Let us identify that and select one of the discipline as a major, which becomes part of your employability, which becomes part of your career, which may become part of your entrepreneurship in that way, and choose subjects from other verticals like minor, open electives, co-curricular courses, so that you can build up your interest, your passion, your desire, okay, either with reference to building your career, or let us say pursuing your own interests, both of them, because it is normally said that the NEP talks about 4 level of learning, like learning to know, okay, the learning to do, okay, learning to live together and learning to be. Okay, so now normally first you are connected, you are connected to your occupational skills, like learning to know, like what kind of knowledge you would like to have with reference to major which you have taken up, learning to do when you take up that knowledge and can I exercise it in actual practice so that like while working in a company, can I exercise those skills in addition to that variety of the package of skills which you require as a part of leadership, as a part of rights, corporate etiquettes and like. But in addition to these two, okay, there are two more learnings which are expected because occupational skills are connected to 8 to 12 hours of working. Learning to live together, that's after 12 years, 12 hours of working. Okay, you are coming back to your home, you are living in a society. So you need to identify that, or you need to recognize that we as stay in a society where every individuals have different way of looking at towards a particular problem or towards a particular issue. I need to recognize autonomy of judgment of different part of society. So in that way, learning to live together and learning to be. So in addition to like your employability, I have certain strength. How can I build those strengths through combination of the disciplines? Okay, that is what we call a learning to be. A right autonomy in terms of building your career, a right autonomy in terms of building up a combination of cognitive skills can need to be exercised. In that way, the national education policy permits you to build your degree with keeping your passion, your ambition in mind. I hope that's it.
Thank you so much. BSc. Yeah.
Students who are in first year, this particular will be considered as a regular international institution, will be announcing many skill-based programs, job credit-based. So we can pick up and choose any courses which are will not take only for the students of first year, applicable across the disciplines, across the many branches, and it can be picked up and you can still learn and all of your passion can dance in yoga, management, energy, and already resumes science can take up long. You can take it short now also. But what has been discussed when you that you will have to look out for more credit-based courses and it's on online and you have to register yourself.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Yes, there is a student. Okay.
Good afternoon, ma'am, and to the panelists. Thank you for arranging this program. I am Tanesh Hajwala. I had a question. Hello, is it audible?
No, still not. Can you hold the mic closer? Yeah.
More closer?
Yes.
Proper. Thank you. Good afternoon, the panelists. I had a question. After we have completed the degree of 4 years after the honors program, like if a person, like a student wants to try abroad, like we complete the credit points of 160 credits, how would it be relevant outside? Because I have completed my education in Cambridge board. So the Cambridge boards, whatever the credits I have earned in the secondary, that is redeemable in the universities abroad. So after we have completed the 160 credits right now, after the degree that we have got, how would it be relevant outside in the universities when we apply abroad?
So you are interested in pursuing academics after completion of 4 year abroad.
Yes.
So like if you are holding that ambition, right? So one need to plan right from the first year itself. Those who are pursuing higher education abroad after completion of 4 year, whether it is honors or honors with research or a normal degree in engineering, but in general, in addition to this 160, let us look at the universities where you would like to explore your postgraduate or maybe PhD, either of the domain. From that perspective, some additional skills need to be built up. So, for example, the students take up certain additional internship, even it at first year, even at second year, so that become an additional benefits in terms of getting better. So let us see that at the end, particularly fourth year with honors with research, you had 12 credits of research project. If you could, if your research project leads to publication of at least 1 or 2 research paper, that becomes a added advantage for getting or securing admission in best possible university. So see that right from while looking at 4 year, building up credits, simultaneously see that some additional add-on credits with reference to learning, add-on credits with reference to internship, add-on credits with reference to publications. If you could build up, then you get best opportunity for taking up admission in best universities, word accounts.
I have an add-on question if I can add on. The universities abroad look for the social work you have done and they look at you have worked in the NGOs and everything. So when I'm doing the 4-year course in KC College, so if I do an NGO work that would be validated abroad, would it be reflected my credit points?
NGO,
Social
NGO,
work,
social work.
NGO work. Would it be reflected in the credit points in the 4-year program?
Hey, NGOs, see, get it. Huh?
You are already working for an NGO or you have to work for some.
So right now I'm sorry, ma'am, for breaking it. I'm already working with some MUNs for social work. But if we come up with the NGOs, like in the 4-year program, we help them because in abroad they look for the social work you have done instead of the academics. They want both in parallel. So if you're doing some NGO work already, so would it be validated in the academic, like the credit points in the 4-year program?
Answer your question. Number one is when data policy. That the has to be done in such a way that internship and field projects, everything is part and research project, research work, research paper, everything is part of the program. In that, very important is community engagement. But community engagement and projects are all around your even major and minor. Just NSS is social work, but community engagement, you are able to direct your work in a very consistent manner. Then you just on your own if you go, everything is a template, not really. So there is so the structure work can be quantified by the committee or the coordinator for that. I'm talking because you mentioned this college. So the institute structures on the same mechanism, on the same principles, they may have different mechanisms. It depends on what kind of work you do, and community engagement has projects where the parts project. So whatever you are looking at, you are interested in some mentioning, will it educate any effort, or has to be educated.
Needless to mention that assessment and evaluation is a part of it. So whatever NGO internship you do or work with NGO you do, it has to be with the prior approval of the college, and there has to be a system to assess what you have learned there. You can also do something on your own without going through a college board. That will be still be a part of your resume, but will not be part of credit structure. So whatever college offers through various NGOs will have to be properly assessed and evaluated.
Thank you. There's a question here. Here on this side. Yeah, you, yes.
Good afternoon. I am Sukanya Hegeshte from KC College. My question is, how will exams be conducted? Like apart from theory and practical exams for majors, will exams be conducted for the minor subjects too? And second add-on question, are credits based on the marks or percentage we earn from those subjects or based on how much time we invest in the subject? We invest in that minor subject. Marks or how are credits based on the number of marks we earn or the number of hours we invest?
See, two ways. Like, I think one question is pertaining to the mode of evaluation. assessment and like that. And second part, I think definition of the credits. So if you look at one slide, okay, where we have defined credits under theory, practicals, workshops, studios, like that. So in general, theory connected. So whenever you are looking for one credit under theory, it means in a semester 15 hours. Whenever you are looking for one credit under practicals, it means it is 30 hours in a semester. Meaning thereby, if you choose a paper, theory paper of 4 credits, it naturally looks for towards having 60 working hours. Okay, actual 1 hour 60 minutes. That's what you mean. So 60 hours connected to 4 credits of a one theory paper. If you are looking for a 2 credit laboratory practical, okay, so 1 credit being equivalent to 30 hours in a semester. So that naturally implies 60 hours for taking up 2 credits. So that is how mode of learning. Okay, so the mode of learning in terms of credit, our relationship has been already established, and that is even explained in the concerned GR. The other part is like every credit as per National Credit Meta Framework is need to be assessed in a specific band. So as such, right now, what is the method of assessment? The method of assessment is like end semester examination, with maybe 80-20 or 75-25 or 60-40 kind of a pattern. Okay, so end semester maybe of 75, 25 marks, maybe of continuous assessment. If you look at the UGC guidelines for evaluation reforms, which has been released in the month of January 2023, if you look at, they talk about 2 kinds of a assessment. Okay, one is called as a formative, and second is called as summative assessment. So whatever we are looking towards, like an end semester examination, it's basically a summative kind of an assessment, which takes on like a end semester where you appear for an examination based on your memory, you reproduce whatever you have learned, and it is being assessed. So that's one way. But in order to explore a real status of learning, okay, different ways of assessment of learning have been presented. So for example, like it's one way is like a continuous assessment. Like you have learned 1 unit, let us say there are 5 units under one theory paper. So at the end of each unit, what you have learned, a kind of an assessment of that learning could have been taken up in a variety of ways. A normal class test, a quiz could have been taken up, a group discussion could be arranged. So there are various ways by which assessment of learning of that unit could be taken up, which becomes a part of continuous assessment, and that is how it would be added in addition to your end semester. There are certain activity-based learning, like say field projects or internship, okay, where you are taking up a certain activity. Okay, and so based on that activity, what are the prerequisites for that activity? Say whenever I'm taking a field project, so what are the prerequisites with reference to that preparation of the field project? Okay, that becomes one part. So whenever you participate in field projects, what kind of tools that you are taken up, and accordingly you are analyzing and preparing the report based on that, that will become the second part of assessment. And third, based on your report, okay, whenever you would be presenting your report in terms of seminar or maybe a presentation, would be assessed, okay, in terms of Viva OC or like, so that becomes the third part of. So every mode, whether it is a regular theory course, a practical course, or a field project or an internship, okay, say would have a different modes of assessment, which is being prescribed by UGC and is being incorporated slowly in our curricular framework, so that a real exploration of the talent based on your learning can be taken up. So definitely it will be an overall ways of learning which will be taken forward by say all colleges in near future as a part of curriculum.
Okay, thank you.
All right. We'll take one last question. So, with your permission. So, yeah. Okay. There was a student back there, second last row. Please give the mic. Yeah.
Hi everyone, my name is Sanakas and currently I'm pursuing TYBA in KC College. And I'm an artist and calligrapher, so my interest is in art and literature too. So I love reading and writing. So my question is, does NEP offer any dual program related to, which includes both art as well as literature? So, it can uplift an individual confidence in both the field. And yeah.
So you are looking towards postgraduate as a part of learning both art as well as literature as a combination? Because
Yeah.
now you have already say you have entered into third year or completed third year?
I've entered into third year.
Third year is.
Yes.
Now, since it's a non-NEP mode kind of a curriculum right now, which you are taking up.
Yes.
So at this third year stage may not be possible because there would have been a structured program which the college must have prescribed and you may have to choose accordingly. But after completion of 3 years, okay, so when you complete your this of 23-24 academic year, so in 24-25, whenever you are going for postgraduate program, there these combinations are possible. Of course, under PG, the PG is more of specialization and does not have major minor kind of a combination. But still, since the 2-year PG program with 80 to 88 credits in 2 years and 40 to 44 credits at each year, okay, offers a combination of mandatory and electives. Under electives, you have an option of taking up, say, for example, like you are taking up an art as a your area of interest, but you like to pursue literature also. So you can select specific number of electives under literature and take up it in a track mode. Let's say, like taking up certain electives with reference to literature in first year, and let us move to the second year and take up say the next level of advanced level of literature as a part of electives at second year and build up your career as a combination of art and literature together as a part of PG program, which is possible from for you naturally from 24-25 onwards.
Okay, I get it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Can we take I saw a few hands raised back there, if at all. There are some questions that have come from Zoom direct chat as well, actually. Zoom questions. They have put it on chat, yeah.
You're also sitting at this. Yes, quickly.
Yeah. I'll read a question from Zoom and then we can ask the student to ask. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. You go ahead.
Good afternoon, ma'am. My name is Vanshika from HR College. My question is that will any impact professional courses also? The professional, just CA,
You are
CS.
talking about engineering program?
No.
Huh.
CA, CS, professional course. Will it impact?
Right now, the 20 April GR, if you look at the professional programs which does not require AICT approval, okay, all are covered under this. Chartered account, you are talking chartered accountant or
CA and CA.
CFA, like
Chartered account, company secretary.
no, those are regulated by others.
So it won't impact them, right?
No, it doesn't.
And what are the credit scores like? I didn't got it
First thing,
properly.
it's not an impact, it's a transformation. So should we take in that spirit? And all these bodies, whether it's AICT, Pharmacy Council, Bar Council of India, Council of Architecture, Chartered Account Association, they all are in the process of tweaking their curriculum to bring it in line with NEP. So it may take few months time, but surely they are all gearing up towards implementing NEP. So it will happen and it will not be an impact, it will be an opportunity that will be provided.
And what are the credit scores like?
On the website, which was the program. finance and also
Will the credit score transfer into something or what it is? I didn't got it properly.
I believe that this query of credit because to 12, we were never introduced credit. You only do this subject in the class, right? So every program they have marks, but they have quantified the term. You must have seen the textbook within 15 lectures, 30 lectures. That is now the right credit, not to get confused. It is 15 hours course of the topic, so it's nothing but one credit. All right, if any chapter gets over or the paper gets over, let's your subject or formal gets over in 60 hours, the way it means that is 4 credits. So that is the only, the change transition of number of hours, which is credits. Not confused because in your 12, nothing, no credit is mentioned here. So that is different. And if the student was for the marks are added to when you are asked a big marks or over the day that you run.
Okay, thank you.
All right. One question, sir, from Zoom chat. What is the concept of joint degree programs and how is it different from dual degree programs? That's explained. All right. And there is one more. How does the concept of academic bank of credit work and how will it benefit students in terms of credit transferability and academic flexibility? Yeah, so after that. All right. Okay. So we'll move on to the Abhishek. I think they were there on the Zoom chat. Yeah, they were there. Yes. All right. So now we will move on to the next part of today's seminar. We have a presentation on academic bank of credits by Mr. Abhishek Dev. Mr. Dev is the state coordinator of Maharashtra National E-Governance Division, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. As an experienced business development professional with over 8 years of expertise, Mr. Dev has worked with some of the leading organizations across various sectors, including Bharti Airtel, Times Group, Radio Mirchi, Tata Class Edge, Rupik Fintech. Mr. Dev is known for his skills in client-centric relationship, team management, academic strategy, cross-functional expertise, and data analysis for data-driven approaches for growth. Along with him, we also have Mr. Gaurav Khare, who will be speaking to us. With over 14 years of experience spanning across diverse sectors, Mr. Gaurav Khare has established a remarkable track record of success. He is currently serving as the national level coordinator for the Academic Bank of Credit and National Academic Depository DigiLocker. Gaurav has demonstrated expertise in leveraging descriptive and predictive tools. We will now move on to the presentation on Academic Bank of Credits. I think that presentation will answer all your questions about credit transfer, etc. I request all the student participants to kindly be seated. This is the last part of our seminar today.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hello.
Volunteers, please make sure the participants are seated. We are starting with the presentation. I request all the student participants to please be seated. We are starting. This is the last part of our seminar. It's a presentation on Academic Bank of Credit. I believe we have Mr. Khare and Mr. Deb already in the Zoom session. If you can hear us, Mr. Deb and Mr. Khare, I request you to kindly start with your presentation. Students, kindly be seated. Please be seated in the auditorium.
So am I audible? Good afternoon. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Right. So Mr. Gaurav Khare is like he could not able to join the meeting because he has gone for some other meeting with the Education Department of Government of India. So sorry to like he could not join for that.
All
And
right.
as for like mine, like I'll be briefing about Academic Bank of Credit. So I'll be sharing my screen. So I guess like my screen is visible to everybody,
Yes, it is. It is visible.
right? So good afternoon to all the dignitaries of the Maharashtra. So dear sir has present like principal secretary sir, the other members of the HNNC colleges, university, sorry, and the students. As we are going to start with the Academic Bank of Credits, so I just like to tell you like about some features about DigiLocker at first, and then we'll go for the Academic Bank of Credit, right? So as I hope like you can see my screen, right? Just confirming that. So followed by so DigiLocker. So DigiLocker is a Digital India Corporation initiative, which is basically connects all other organizations, all other departments, as like we have Academic Bank of Credits, we have Pushan Tracker, we have Umang, we have Diksha, we have API Setu, Meri Pechan, MyScream. So everything is connected to a DigiLocker. Now, what is DigiLocker? DigiLocker is nothing but a digital wallet to empower citizens. So how does it work? So basically, a DigiLocker is a digital document which helps us to store different kinds of documents which we get from the departments across India, across from the state governments or from the central governments, and the organizations or the institutions of those departments. They help. They used to helps to upload those documents in the platform called DigiLocker, and by there the normal citizens, the users can fetch the documents. So this is how a DigiLocker works. It is a digital document storage device as like Google Drive or as like any other scenario. So it is an initiative which has been launched under the Digital India campaign to secure, to have a secure kind of a platform where a Indian citizen can store their documents digitally, and also they can retrieve those documents at any given point of time at an any easy manner, right? So DigiLocker is operated by Ministry of Electronics and IT under the Digital India program. So to go to the DigiLocker, you need to type as the URL www.digilocker.gov.in. So this is some of the examples which we have in the screen. So as the user or the citizen grows, he equates many of the different kind of certificates, starting from the birth certificate, education certificate, caste certificate, and followed by vehicle registration certificate, driving license, voter ID card, utility bill, ration card, PAN card, marriage certificate. So as he acquires many of these certificates, so we help those certificates in a physical mode. Okay, those certificates, like when he receives in a physical modes, like they can get a chance to, there can be a chances to get it lost or get it stolen, or it can get breakdown, or it cannot be fetched at the current moment of time, right? So due to that, we have come up with a DigiLocker where the departments from various certificate authorities, like who is providing birth certificate, education certificate, or any institutions, organizations, various departments, they can upload these documents, they can upload this certificate, these mark sheets, and any kind of documents into the DigiLocker. Now, DigiLocker documents will be at par with the original documents, which is in the paper format. How it has been done? It has been done by an act which has been passed by in July 2016 under the Act of 2000 in July 2016 IT Act. So, which states that preservation and retention of information by intermediaries providing DigiLocker facilities, which states that we can store our data, we can retain our data, and also an organization or an institution can verify those data from the DigiLocker. So that states that it is an 100% original equivalent document as in paper format which we receive, right? So this is some of the transformation which we have. It is like cashless layer, paperless layer, and presence layer. So you have this UPI, NEFT, RTGS, APS, IAP, IMPS wallets, right? So same as like we have as a DigiLocker, we have it is an cashless thing. You don't need to provide any kind of cash or any kind of subscription as there. Nothing is there. It is a paperless, so it is also connected to an environment friendly, so which helps to get the paper cut down, right? And also presence layer which is Aadhaar. So these are some of the examples which have been given. So as you can see in the screen, in the DigiLocker is connected, it's working like as an umbrella, right? So which has different kinds of points, starting from the academic bank of credit, which enables students to share their credits from one discipline to the other. Then they can get their education certificate and their like mark sheets and anything from the DigiLocker, which where there is a portal, National Academic Depository, is for the university where they uploads all the documents and all, and you need to get it from the DigiLocker. Same as like vaccination certificate. For the birth certificate, we have Portion Tracker, where all the documents has been related to birth certificate, vaccination are been put up in the Portion Tracker, and the users or the citizens can get it from the DigiLocker. So as like we have different kinds of portals like Aadhaar, Health ID, CoWIN, PAN card, e-district, MOD. So all these portals helps us to uh, upload the document. The university, the departments will upload the document in those portals, and the DigiLocker, the citizens will fetch their documents from the DigiLocker. So how does it work? Who are the stakeholders of the DigiLocker? So there are three stakeholders, basically the issuer, the citizens, and the requester. So issuer does what? Issuer issues the documents through API or through general mode. They upload the document in the DigiLocker, and from the DigiLocker, the citizens retrieves the data, they access the data, and the requester on behalf of the citizens or behalf of the users, they wants to verify the records during the job purposes, during their other higher education purposes, so they can do that also. These are some of the notifications and circulars which came up by the various departments for making DigiLocker as valid. So RBI, SEBI, Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Road and Transport, Ministry of Railways. So there are many various departments are there which state that DigiLocker is an valid portal, and it's a government portal where the data taken or the fetch will be an paperless, and it will be a 100% accurate data which we receive in the paper format. So value propositions for the citizens. So we have, it is secure and private. It is anytime, anywhere usage. You can access the data from any of the range, from any of the state, and it's a paperless and environmental friendly. For the service provider, what are the benefits? It eliminates counters, get access to verified citizen data by single trusted platform, reduce cost and time of service delivery, right? So these are some of the value propositions offered by the DigiLocker. So how does we log in into the DigiLocker? So we go to the www.digilocker.gov.in, and then we click on sign up. So once you click on sign up, they'll ask for the mobile number, which is the number which is registered with the Aadhaar or any of the PAN card or anything. So you provide the mobile number, generate the OTP, followed by your details, name, date of birth, and other credentials and all. Once you register on the DigiLocker, then you need to sign in. So you can go for the username, as we have three different sections: username, mobile, or others. So and as an others, we have these different IDs. We have Aadhaar card, we have PAN card, we have driving license. You can log in into through this also, and you can log in through a mobile section also, and you can log in through a username section also, right? So issued document, to issued from original source, which is single source of truth, no separate document copy, just reference link to source to the source. So there is no other documents being attached in the DigiLocker. DigiLocker Drive, if you want to upload any of the document in your into DigiLocker, like as in like your any of the documents, any of the certificates which you receive in any point of time, you can also upload this. We can keep it as a legacy data. Old documents can be uploaded. Use eSign for self attestations, similar to Dropbox and Google Drive, which gives you a space of 1 GB, right? This is totally free. So these are some of the key points for the users. how they can keep the documents by themselves also, and even though the departments also or the organizations also, they can also keep the documents in the DigiLocker. Now coming back to the point of this NAD DigiLocker. Now NAD DigiLocker is basically for the universities, for the institutions. So the Ministry of Education has directed UGC to implement NAD into the DigiLocker as a single depository of NAD. So basically NAD, where we upload the data, where the universities or the institutions uploads the data. So UGC has given all the directions and making it compulsory to upload the data in the NAD, followed by NAD, the AIs which is registered in 2015. We have around number of educational records which is under 66 crores, and we have around AI published the awards which is around 889 records. Right. So these some of the figures which have been uploaded till now in the DigiLocker by the universities or the institutions. So we got some circulars from the Ministry of Education. We got circulars from the UGC. You got circulars from the AICT. We got circulars from the National Medical Commission for the implementation of NAD and for the implementation of ABC, right? Academic Bank of Credit. So this is some of the milestone which we achieved. So we started on March 2020, the DigiLocker with the NAD portal, so that institution and the universities can upload their documents. So as followed by the years, like you can see, March 2021, we had around 680 registrations of the academic institutions under NAD portal, and then we have uploaded. They have uploaded around 18 crores of data. Followed by, if you can see, in Jan 2023, it came out around 1,811 institutions got registered in NAD, and now we have around 60 crores of data. And presently, in the month of May 2023, if you see, NAD AI registration, which is of 2015, it means 2015 institutions and academic universities are there in the NAD portal, and we have around 66 crores of data present in the DigiLocker. So these are some of the benefits for the academic institutions: permanent and safe, no duplicate academic award, effective deterrence, verification, administration, reduce overhead, digital transmission, secure document gateway, real-time verification. So these are some of the key factors which helps the academic institutions to upload their documents, to upload the students' documents in the DigiLocker, and which also states like these are the values, these are the benefits which they will get it from the NAD portal. Followed by, for the students, what is the benefit for the students are there? So there is immediate ability. You can get your data from your laptop, from your mobile, any point of time, anywhere. Then there is an online and permanent record. It will be stayed. There will be like the records which will be there in the DigiLocker. It will be always permanent. It will be always available to you. There is no risk for losing the data, getting it spoiled or damaged at any point of time, because it's an online data. It has an acceptance over the worldwide. So if you go anywhere of the world for any higher education, for any job purpose, the data of the DigiLocker will be accepted worldwide, right? So it is totally accepted now in any of the zone, as in institution or any work zone. Followed by authentication, authentic document. It is at par with the original document by the IT Act. And also you can digitally exchange the document with the help of the consent of the student. So you can, if any of the other university or any of the department you wants to access your data, so they have to first give a consent to the students, and they can exchange the data, right? So this is very big benefit which is there for the students on the DigiLocker platform. So AI, what does this is just a process flow. How does AI academic bank, how does the academic institutions, the universities or the autonomous colleges, how they used to upload the data? So AI visits the portal, then they used to authenticate, do the authentication. They get themselves registered in the NAD portal. They upload the student records, then they share the records with the students along with their consents. The student access the record, the students, then AI publishes the awards, and AI verifies the awards. So if any other publishers are there from the different organization, they will like access the award, they will publish the awards, and they can also verify the awards also. So fetching of documents. So this is very important for the student. So basically, it is also having the same process. Students will go to the DigiLocker, www.digilocker.gov.in. Then they will, followed by the OTP mobile number, they will give the credentials, they will log in, right? Once they will log in, so this will be the picture which will come up. This is just a dashboard of the DigiLocker. So here you will see your name will appear, your details will be appeared. So as like I've linked with EBC, Aadhaar and PAN. So it is already coming out here. So as how do you search your documents to your certificate? Suppose like HNNC University has uploaded the mark sheet, the certificates and everything in the DigiLocker. So how do you receive it? How do you fetch those things? So you'll click on this search document. Once you click on this search document, right, then there will be an education tab, right, out here. So you need to scroll it and you will see a view all options. So once you click on this view all, then there will be list of the universities present, list of the colleges present, autonomous colleges present under this education tab from any state, from any union territory. So all these states, universities will be present out here. So suppose like we are taking around, just for an example, Assam Agriculture University, Jorhat. So like they have around degree, diploma certificate, they have degree, diploma mark sheet, they have migration certificate, they have transcripts. So whatever certificates, whatever mark sheets, whatever awards which are been given, which are been uploaded by the university, by the autonomous colleges in this portal will get displayed out here and in the correct format. Like in the diploma certificate, either is a mark sheet, either is a transcript, either is a certificate, migration certificate, right? So once you click any of the thing, so it will ask you for the related things like your name, your registration number, you need to enter those, and then you can get your certificate. So this is just an example of a certificate which you receive once you click on the GAD document, right? So this is just a example, which is like this is certified that the name of the students, the awards, and their documents, right? Now coming to the academic bank of credits, right? How do you go to the academic bank of credit? So to go to the academic bank of credit, there is a URL www.abc.gov.in. So this is the statistics for ABC. Number of AI registered on ABC, which is 1360. How many datas, how many ABC IDs which we have created. So recently, in the month of June, we have crossed 1 crore of ABC IDs, which is a very big initiative been taken by the universities, by the autonomous colleges. And I'm very thankful for all the universities and all the autonomous colleges across India that they helped us, they created to create the ABC IDs for the students. Along with that, we have 110 AIs who have uploaded the credit data with ABC ID. So there are 110 universities or the academic institutions which represent across India who have uploaded the credit data with ABC ID. There are 12 lakhs of data, total number of records which with credits with ABC ID, and 6.62 lakhs unique students record with ABC ID, right? So these are some of the figures of ABC Academic Bank of Credit. So let me tell you about Academic Bank of Credit now. Now, what is it, Academic Bank of Credit? So it is launched by our Honorable Prime Minister on the first anniversary of NEP 2020, National Education Policy 2020. So National Education Policy 2020 and Academic Bank of Credit is a national level facility to promote the flexibility for creating a platform so that students can transfer their credit from one discipline to the other, right? In terms of institution, Academic Bank of Credits is in line with the National Academic Depository, because in National Academic Depository, the academic institutions are uploading their mark sheets, their certificates. So that is how it is correlated with the Academic Bank of Credit. Now, credits obtained will be started from the academic year 2021. So whoever have taken admission from the year 2021, their credits data will be present in the Academic Bank of Credit. So emerging need of ABC. Why it is needed, ABC, right? So courses undergone by the students from various portals like SWAYAM, NPTEL, VLab, etc., or any other HEIs, right, higher education departments, or will be considered that they can accumulate their credit. So if the students have done courses, like if you have done courses from the SWAYAM portal, any of the courses from the NPTEL, from the VLab, those credit accumulation also will be taken in the ABC, right? So those credits which you are with the courses which you are doing will not go in waste. Secondly, it is a platform where there is a flexibility has been given that a degree system will be morely enhanced in a proper way, right? So if you have done any kind of courses related to skills development or any other things from any of this portal or in your university, right? So it will grant you a flexibility and a freedom to choose your best courses, tailor-made your courses, right? And even though institution also they are trying, they are connecting with many of the experts, they are connecting with many of the startups and industry partners, so that they can create codes which helps the students to grow in an evolving India Indian education sector, curtailing the dropout rates and ensuring universal access to education at all levels. So there will be, like, we don't want to every year there are many huge number of dropouts from the universities. So to to remove that dropout thing, to bring up the students into more interesting way of education, so we are coming with this. We have come with this education called the platform, which is Academic Bank of Credit. So as also you will see, like as the European credit system or the credit system of across the world, they are following this technology from before. So we thought, and the Honorable Prime Minister has an this one as a plan and initiative to match this education policy with the foreign policies also, and we will be at par standing with the Indian education system with the foreign education system. So these are the few milestones which we achieved through ABC. As Honorable Prime Minister has launched this on July 2021. So after that, in January 2022, we have started with this HEIs with the ABC, and we followed with this registration of 500 registration. In December, we got around registration of 957. We created around 50 lakh AVIs IDs. And currently, we are having around 1275 AIs, academic institution with us, and there are 92 lakhs and more than that. Like recently, this is an old data, so recently we have crossed on 1 crore of ABC IDs. So some features with ABC. So Academic Bank of Credit. So Academic Bank of Credit means what? See, it works as a wallet, right? Where we keep, it's like a simple phone pay, Google Pay, or any other wallet, right? Where we keep our money and we transact our money in such a way that we can get from that app and we can receive also, right? We can give away the money also. We can do the transactions, right, from that app. So same as like we have created an app of the which is Academic Bank of Credit, which helps to transfer our credits, right? Our educational points, credit points, we can transfer, and we can from one discipline to the other discipline. So it can have multiple entries, multiple exit, as sir said very nicely. And we have, like, if anyone wants to leave the degree at the first point of time in the first year of the degree courses, so he will get a certification course. And if he wants to live in the second year, he will get a diploma course. And if he continue the 3 years course or the 4 years course, then he will get a degree course, degree certificate, right? So this is the best example that your education, your thing will not get into waste, or like you can rejoin your after a year if you leave it. And if you wants to join that course after 1 year, after 2 years, so you can rejoin that course with that same time. And it also promotes with the flexibility to change your courses, to bring up new things, as like from one BSc, if one is studying in BSc or BCom or anything, he wants to add more of the subjects, he wants to share his credits from one university to the other university, that can be also done. So I'll not brief you about, because as sir has already briefed about the procedure, about the how the credit transfer will happen. So this is just a portal. So it is a bank where the students can transfer their credits, they can accumulate their credits, they can verify their credits, and they can also redeem their credits as in this process for their academic awards, right? So Academic Bank of Credit helps in all these stages: credit verification, credit accumulation, credit transfer, redemption of, and authentication of academic awards. So this is the AI journey. AI visits the portal. So how does academic system will work? So AI will visit the portal, then they will register into the ABC. Then AI will get the approval of the ABC. After that, AI means the academic institution, universities or the institution, they will upload the credit data with the ABC ID of the students in the NAT portal, and then it will get reflected in the AI will publish the credit score also, and it will get published. It will get live in the ABC portal of the student. So once the student will log into www.abc.gov.in, and he or she will give the credentials in that portal, he can access his credit points. He will see the various credit points. So let me take you to this credit points. So this is just a example benefits which will be given to the students. It increases students' freedom in choosing their courses and academics. There are many tailor-made courses will be made up, so students can change their courses from one discipline to the other discipline. Enables the students to drop out in a year and then exchange the credit earned so far with a certificate or diploma if they are eligible. They can also redeem their credits and rejoin the same or any other institute in future and continue their education. As I said, the institutes cannot keep the students in the courses against their will. It will provide the opportunity for students to tailor their degrees or make specific modifications or specialization in degree or courses. So these are just some of the benefits which I've stated with the key benefits where students can get the maximum benefits of helping using this academic bank of credit portal. So this is the way we sign up, sign in or sign up into the portal as in the DigiLocker process. So first of all, the students to get the benefits of the student have to create their ABC IDs, right? So sign in into the portal, give a name on the portal, give the PIN out here, and then give the OTP, right? So once you provided all this, you will get a search document out here. You'll get this academic bank of credit. This is a process for the DigiLocker site, right? So once you click on the academic bank of credit, they will ask for the ABC ID card. So here you have to provide your institution name and institution type, right? So here that my name, Abhishek Dev, my date of birth and my gender is already present. What you need to provide is the institution type. So if it's from the autonomous college, so you will select the college out here. If it's from the skills, you will select the skills. If you select the university, you'll select the university type as university and select the university institution name, whatever, right? And then click on this get document, right? The last one. Once you get this document, so this is the, ABC ID which has been generated from the DigiLocker. So here the name of the person will come up, Gaurav Khareji, the name of their date of birth will come up, the gender will come up, and the most importantly, the ABC ID will be generated. And this ABC ID you have to share with your university or the colleges, autonomous colleges, so that they can map your marks with this ABC ID so that you can get it in their ABC portal, right? So creating ABC ID through ABC portal, that also you can be done for the students. So what you need to do is you need to go to www.abc.gov.in. You need to log in as a student out here. You need to provide the same thing, your number, your PIN, and then sign in if you have already registered. And I have told you the registration process earlier, right? So you need to get it in the ABC portal. So once you sign up, you will be receiving that your ABC student account ID. It's been this, right? So this way it will show your ABC ID once you sign in. After that, once you log in into the portal again, right, at the first time, after the first time, then it will show you like this of the scenario. So here your credit points will come up. Hello, Gaurav Khare. Your name will appear out here. Your points credit, all the total credit points from different universities will come up from different courses. Like if you have done BCA, if you have done graduation, if you have done post-graduation, if you have done doctorate. So all the total of your credit points will come up out here. If you have done a graduation, then your graduation point will come up out here. At the side, you will have the academic bank of credit, the ABC ID, the name again. Out here, as we have now very less data has been uploaded with the ABC IDs. So we cannot show you. So there is an example, like you will get a ABC records out here from all the universities where you have studied. Suppose like you have done bachelor's, you have done master's, you have done PhD. So all the three data will be present out here, and their total credit points will be showed out here. If you click one of that thing, the brief 6 semesters degree, the segregation of first semester, the first, second semester, third semester, fourth semester, all the subject credits will come up, right? So you can share your credits, you can transfer your credits based on that. So today we are just talking about the credit accumulation part. Next time we'll be talking about the credit redemption part and the credit transfer part, right? As many of the universities and institutions still yet to upload the credit points with the credit data of the students, so it is not visible till now. So I will surely will conduct a new session on the when the redemption part and the transfer part will come up after the uploading of the records, student records with ABC IDs. So firstly, it is your job, the student's job. Please, please, please create your ABC IDs, give to your universities or the colleges so that they can map your mark sheets, your degrees with the ABC IDs, and you can view your academic bank of credit thing, right? So I came down for the closure part with the workshop. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for being so like taking the inputs from related to ABC IDs. So if I missed out anything, surely you can connect with me anytime. I'll be giving my mail ID, so you can mail me regarding any of the things, and we will surely help you with the registration process or any other things. So this is my a mail ID, which is abhishek.dev@digitalindia.gov.in. So I request to the university people and the colleges which is present in the dia to get the questions from the students if they don't want, if they could not register on ABC or could not register on DigiLocker, and just mail me with those things so that we can connect over a VC and we can solve the queries. Thank you all to the members, and thank you students.
Thank you so much, Mr. Dev, for a very informative presentation. I would now request Dr. Bhagwan Balani, IC Registrar of HSNC University and Dean of Humanities, to kindly deliver the formal vote of thanks. So,
good afternoon to one and all. First off, I am thankful to Dr. Dejashree Shanbag, Principal of KC College, for allowing us to organize this seminar in this hall. I am also thankful to Dr. Pooja Ramchandani for being here, with the constant support for encouraging students, faculty, and all the stakeholders to attain it and to make this seminar a grand success. I am also thankful to all the dignitaries, Professor Hemlata Bagla, Professor R.D. Kulkarni, our Provost, Dr. Niranjan Irandani, and Principal Secretary for conceptualizing this seminar and interacting with all the stakeholders, especially students and the parents and the faculty of HSNC University. I'm also thankful to all the support staff of KC College for making all these arrangements, hospitality, and especially the anchor Surya Guni for anchoring this seminar in a fantastic manner. Last but not the least, I'm also thankful to all the audience who has extended their support by staying back, especially the persons who are sitting right now in the seminar hall supporting this seminar. Thank you, thank you, thank you all. Now please rise up for the national anthem.
Thank you. The students who haven't collected their refreshments yet are kindly requested to step outside the auditorium and collect the same. Thank you so much for attending the seminar once again. Thank you.